Back. Nice. So let me ask you: are you like heavily familiar with One Piece, bro? Or kind of not
And me?
really? Yeah.
Hell no.
Nah. Okay.
Hell no. I saw the 1,000+ chapters. I was like, nah, not me. I don't have that kind of time to read that many chapters
Yeah.
for the plot to be accomplished.
Nah, I feel
And
that,
by the
bro.
way, they found the One Piece, from what I've heard. And it was like some girl's panties.
So wait, say it again.
And I was like, bruh, that's just a waste of time.
That's hilarious, bro.
A waste of time.
Yeah.
And I've heard that the pacing is just shit.
Yeah. I
So
will.
I
I
was
will
like, nah.
say. I will say since I've started reading it, um, it cuts out a lot of fat from the anime. It cuts out a lot of fat from the anime. I'll say that since I started reading it. Yonin, what's good, Yonin? Goat, yes sir. How you doing, bro? Speaking of One Piece. Oh, now it's working. Yo, yeah. So, I was trying to share screen, but it looks like it collapsed it. I can't share screen within share screen within share screen, so we're just gonna have to do it this way. Hey, Ig, are you here? Did it hang up my fucking call? Bruh, I swear to God, did it hang up my call? Alright, hold up, bro. Give me a second, y'all. It's this thing. No, it says he's in a call. What is going on, bro?
Yo, can you still hear me?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I don't know what was going
I
on.
just, yeah. Sorry. I turned off my VPN just so that you get, like, I don't know, better internet, I guess.
Yeah, got you.
But yeah,
Okay, yeah. I thought something was like glitching us out or something, bro. I'm like, yo, come on, bro.
it's off now. That I think that's what is causing the glitch.
All good, all good.
Nah. It's just the VPN.
Got you,
Actually.
got you. All good.
So what is the topic?
Say it again for me.
Well, what is the topic?
Oh yeah. So I want to kind of get into some of because we were going back and forth in the comments a little bit on the One Piece versus not One Piece, JJK versus Hunter x Hunter and the top tiers. Sukuna Suppression Squad versus Royal Guards and stuff like that. I thought that would be an interesting thing to talk about first, and then I figured we could also watch your video on keys. We could probably watch that together. I thought that might be fun too. Or if you have any videos or suggestions, we could do
Yeah.
that too.
Um. Well, I would like to watch me cooking tea with you and see your taste
Got you.
whilst we're live.
Yeah. Cool. That sounds good. We can do all
Yeah,
that.
and
We can do all that.
go on from there.
Got you.
Yeah.
So, but first, let me ask you this first, bro. So, what kind of got you interested in like power scaling and stuff like that? Was it a certain person? Was it just the idea of yeah? What was it for you?
For me, it was myself really. I first started like watching anime when I saw. I don't know if you've heard the nerd rapper. Uh,
All right, Ig is coming in and out for me. I don't know if he's coming in and out for you guys. Why even talking about Key Clown, bro?
interested in watching Naruto, watched Naruto, and then after I've watched the entirety of Naruto, skipped the filler, and then I started watching Seven Deadly Sins, and like at the time, Meliodas versus Naruto was like a thing, and then that got me into like power scaling. I was like, hang on. Yeah, you still there?
Yeah, yes, I'm still there. It is. I will say it is kind of coming in and out. I heard.
Oh,
You kind of started power scaling for the most part by yourself. You got yourself into
did
it.
it crash?
Ah, why we so early today? What's good, Rev? It didn't crash. You know what? Let me see. What's the better way to do this, bro? I might have to just do it on my phone too, but I need to be able to like show people what we're looking at and stuff. Damn. Let me think. Let me think. Can you hear me, Ig?
Yo, Ab-stract.
Sorry, let me message. I can hear you. Yo, yo. Yeah, it got to be the connection. It just got to be the connection or something. This was working fine when we started, though. The dude goons the Kaguya and says she solos biblical God. That's crazy. Yeah. So Rev, how you doing, Rev? We're so early today
Can you
because
hear me?
yes, I can hear you. You can't. You know what? We probably have to end this one and call. Excuse me. Call back. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah. And call back. Because I can't even figure out where to end the call at. Ab-stract, there's a bit of an echo, by the way. Got you. Oh, I know why there's an echo. It's because you guys hear him through the screen. Okay, I'll wear headphones. New audio device. Discord has detected the pair input device name representing to switch. Yo. Yo, yo, yo.
Yo,
Can you hear me? Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, perfect. Okay, there we go. Cool, cool, cool. Now, we just got to make sure the chat can hear you. Give me 1 second. All right. We got Ig back. Technical difficulties are kicking our ass. Can everyone hear Ig, though? I want to know Key's reaction to Naruto being frauds and IQ. Shinigami is so funny. Can everyone hear? Say it again.
Were you able to hear my rant?
Nah, like I caught half
Or
of
did I
it,
cut
bro.
out?
Yeah, you cut out, bro. I caught like I want to
Okay.
say 10% of it, maybe. I heard Meliodas, I heard Naruto, I heard that you're kind of a self starter as far as scaling, but like not too much after that, and it was kind of in and out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chat, can we hear Key? I mean, I'm sorry, Key. Can we hear Ig?
Keep on your mind. Got injured.
Like shit. Yes. Okay. Cool. 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 They can hear you. Perfect. Perfect. They can hear you. All right.
Okay, gang.
Perfect. Cool. 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 And the echo should be gone because I have my headphones on.
So, dude, do you want me to say it again? Well, the
Yes,
stuff that you
please.
missed.
Yeah. Let me ask the question again too. So yeah. What got you into the power scaling community? What got you into one of the power scale characters? And go so far as like to actually make a channel, talk about these things, and just be involved in this stuff. What got you to do all this stuff? What got you into it? How you doing, Ursa?
So, I'm gonna ask the question again. If you've heard of Rustage, it's like
Rustage.
a nerd core rapper.
I don't think so.
So he's a nerdcore rapper, and he did like a collab with another nerdcore rapper called None Like Joshua, and they did a video on Naruto versus Deku, in a rap battle type format, and that got me interested in watching Naruto. So I started watching Naruto, finished it within a week, and then I saw another rap battle from, I think it was Game Boy Jones and Rustage doing a collab with Meliodas versus Natsu. And then that's how I got interested in Seven Deadly Sins. Watched the entirety of Seven Deadly Sins. Uh, and then at the time, Meliodas versus Naruto was like a thing.
Mm.
And I just started debating people on comments. And I didn't know what power scaling was before, I don't know, somebody told me it was like power scaling or a video. And then I just pretty much started from there, got into Discord, figured out the app Discord, didn't know Discord was a thing.
Mm.
And then just started debating people on Seven Deadly Sins characters versus other characters, mainly Naruto characters. Got my ass beat quite a lot because I was new to everything.
Right.
And then after a few years, then I started making a channel
Gotcha.
and just
Okay.
wanted to give my opinion on different matchups and mainly just for Seven Deadly Sins because it's just been lowballed throughout the power scaling community.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay. You know, that makes complete sense. And what I found is, as far as like debates go and stuff like that, it's usually never about who is actually stronger, who's actually right. It's just how well you can argue the point. And as fun as that
Oh yeah,
can
yeah,
be,
yeah. I've
right.
lost. Oh yeah, continue. Uh, sorry,
No, no, you're good. You're good because
sorry.
you know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I've lost many times for dumb shit. And I was
yeah,
like, bro, come on.
yeah, and my
We're gonna
my
actually say that.
exactly, and my very short time in the Discord, because I think like I said, I joined Jujutsu Academy for like 2 months just as an experiment to see what goes on in these things. Because these are the type of not platforms. These are the type of spaces that spawn all these TikTok debates that are on the on TikTok. My fault, yeah. And so like
Yeah.
it was such like disingenuous arguments going on and scaling, and I'm like, bro, oh, like
96% of it's
yeah,
disingenuous.
yeah. And I'm like, I guess you could say that, but at the end of the day, are we just trying to see who can debate better or figure out which character is actually stronger? So no, I completely understand. I completely get that. That's hilarious. As far as, and so you know what it was for me, bro. I'm the
Yeah.
type of person that's like very. I like to think that common sense is so common, right? And so when I see two series, like take for example Bleach versus Naruto, good start, right? When I see in a series, okay, cool. These people have a high speed movement technique that they're using very early in the beginning of the show. Very early, they're moving from spot to spot very fast. I don't even know what parascaling is. This is just my, basic conception of the thing. Cool. Then we go to
Yeah.
Naruto. Yeah, then we go to Naruto. These characters literally have to run everywhere to attack people. These characters are getting hurt by basic weapons and stuff like that. Just off of what I'm
Yeah.
visually seeing in common sense, because mind you, I also did not start off as a power scaler. Of course, if you've seen my channel, you would know I used to say comparative scaling, which was basically common sense scaling. These people aren't teleporting when they
Yeah.
move. These people aren't moving as fast, i.e., they really should be slower until you start doing flash step, shunpo, shave. I don't know what to tell you. So that's kind of how I like got my start, and it was really with my twin brother. Me and him would just have these conversations back and forth all the time. Oh, who's stronger? It's Itachi or this person, Luffy or this person, and we would just use our common fucking sense to come to the conclusions that we came to. And so when it actually got into for me making videos and stuff like that, I started off on the side of the internet that was going to be more so for trolling and stuff like that, honestly. Like a majority of my content starting off, well, actually, no, all of it was really just downplaying Sakura because I saw so much Sakura love It really pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. It pissed me off to the point like, yo, why are y'all gassing her?
Nobody, everybody likes Sakura.
Come on, bro. Like, why are we doing this? Why are we saying she can beat Madara? Why are we saying she can beat Goku? Why are we saying these things? So that's what the channel initially started off with.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Beat Goku?
Bro, get on TikTok. You will see Sakura versus Cell. You will see Sakura versus Kid Buu. Get on Twitter. You'll see these things. It's madness, bro. It's madness. I lie to you not. It's actually crazy the lengths people will go to wank Sakura. It's disgusting, bro. So that's initially what my channel started off as. Sakura, like all the Sakura love, I was going to take that. Yeah, all the Sakura love, I was going to take that and match it with an equal amount of Sakura hate. And it's not even that I hate Sakura. It's just I have to be the balance in the world. I will not let this injustice stand. So.
Be the avatar.
Yeah, come on, bro. So time goes on in the direction. I'm like, all right, cool. We have a choice, right? We have a choice. We can either make serious content or just fun content. And I was like, all right, well, let's try some serious content. Yeah. Let's get into, other things. And then for me, I was like, all right, I can be a Bleach guy, Naruto guy, One Piece guy, whatever. I was like, which one do I genuinely like more? And which one will I like actually feel like making videos on? And it was kind of Bleach hand down. As much Naruto videos that I do, all my Naruto based videos served as a foundation for understanding the power system. That's, the Genjutsu videos, the TSOs videos, all those things serve as a foundation for future videos I would make. You know what I mean? And and so I want to say getting into, because again, my first couple videos were not triple AP scaling videos. I wasn't introduced into that community until, or at least that idea of scaling until like, I want to say kind of very recently, like within the last year and a half, I think. And that's why the whole comparative scaling, that's why the whole comparative scaling was going on, right? Because in my head, I knew I knew the type of scaler I didn't want to be, but I also didn't have grounded metrics or standards to go on to figure out how we ought best scale. And so I was actually kind of like you, right? I was actually under some comments debating people, just talking in the comments. And someone's like, someone's like, yo, y'all should check out this guy named Zalius. He does a full breakdown of the Naruto verse, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, and I've always had an open mind. I've never been shy to look up to anyone's information, to look up what anyone's doing. I've never been shy, always open mind. So I was like, I bet. What could it hurt? And so, of course, I watched some of his videos. I'm like, yo, this is some deep shit. He actually has scaling broken down into tangible things that we can accurately track, look for, gauge, and interpret. And it's not all over the place. You know what I mean? And so, then the journey of learning that scaling style is what kind of got me here today. And as you see from all the lives, this is where we're at. This is like full form abstract with knowing how to scale, knowing all the right things, all the wrong things, at least in my opinion, right? I'm not going to say triple AP scaling is the ultimate thing. I personally like it. Yeah, all that other stuff. So that's kind of how I got into it. Like
I learned I learned like the tiering system from like versus battle wiki and ASAP,
right?
To understand what those things are. Like I didn't understand what AP and DC was. I didn't understand what planetary was. I thought it was just being able to destroy a planet. So I was. Yeah, my ignorance was really loud when it came into like power scaling.
Gotcha.
So I had to like over the years just learn everything.
Got you. Yeah.
And now I don't really need to rely on the tiering system because not everything the tiering system is like 100%. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And as much as I like criticize the versus Battle Wiki and those platforms, I will, and I always do, right? I always do give them their credit for this. I do truly believe they did create a good foundation and a good system to scale characters as far as, planetary, continental, island level, joules per centimeter cube, or TNT, or, well, they don't do JCC, but, joules, TNT, total energy, DC. So
Yeah.
I'll give them that. I will give them that. But yeah, even me coming up, like I think yeah, even in the Asuma versus Ikaku video, before I actually knew how to derive AP correctly, at least in my opinion, right? I was using like, okay, cool. They have Eterard's, the guy that fought Ikaku, they have his AP at this much because they're going off the total jewels. I don't know how to find the AP. This is what we're going with type shit. And so like
Hilarious.
exactly, and it's just like, all right, the site is good, but for as much good as they have some bad stuff. And I know you've seen it with me going over some stuff, and I know you yourself have probably seen it just being on the site. Like, yo, they can't be serious. They're actually making these arguments on the site. So yeah, that's its whole other thing, bro.
I'm still like trying to battle the entirety of Versus Battle Wiki to upscale Seven Deadly Sins verse because
Yeah,
their scaling I just view as trash.
yeah,
Almost all of the characters on their platform or websites, I just think they don't really use their own like tiering system to scale for
yeah,
some reason.
yeah,
Like
and
if a character has like this universal feat, they just brush it off as like an outlier or something.
got you.
They just completely ignore it. I don't know, it pisses me off.
No, I feel that. I feel that. And I can confidently say, when I first saw Seven Deadly Sins, in my head, I kind of already knew what anime it was over, what anime it was below, and what anime it kind of leveled with. You know what I mean? Just off the common sense. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
You have Bond and Meliodas jokingly knocking each other through mountains, buildings, fucking each other up. He literally punched Bond into pieces and Bond regenerated. Like, the Naruto versus and handling this type of shit. They're not. They're
No,
not. So
what I found fascinating was in one of the first fight festival, Meliodas like does a punch and like Bond is just covered in holes and is sends flying to like the nearest mountain.
right.
I was like, wow,
Yeah.
never seen anybody in Naruto do something with just
Nothing close.
their raw strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not even Sakura has done that,
Yeah.
and she's like physically the strongest, because of her chakra control and
Exactly.
how her chakra amped punches work and that. And I was like, wow, the best she's done is just punch the ground and like destroys it in a certain area.
Right.
But yeah, I was like, damn. And we comparing these like characters.
We compared.
I don't know, man.
This is the same shit to y'all. Are we watching the same thing? So yeah, nah, bro. I get that. That is hilarious. I get that. Let me get where is my? Give me 1 second, bro. I want to pull up some JJK stuff. So yeah, let's segue into the JJK conversation. So I think you were saying in the comments that no top tiers in Hunter x Hunter can compete with JJK characters. Mind you, I haven't finished JJK myself. Like I'm still reading Gojo vs Sukuna and all this stuff. But yeah, so tell me where that. Tell
I'm
me
not
where.
gonna like. I don't want to like spoil everything, so I'm gonna like try not spoil like the Gojo versus
Oh, like listen. No, you
Sukuna
good.
fight.
Here's the thing. No, here's the thing, bro. Like I kind of already know what happens. I've just never read it for myself. Reading things yourself is a new experience than just hearing secondhand stuff. You know what I mean? So like I don't know all the Like I don't know all the nuances.
Like spoilers and that.
Yeah, I'm fine with spoilers. I'm fine with spoilers.
Tell us. Okay. So wait, what was the question again?
Yeah. So, what convinces you that the top tiers of Hunter x Hunter cannot compete with the top tiers of JJK?
Just because of their scaling. Like
Just because of the scaling.
Let's talk about like speed. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's just really the scaling and how high you can get the JJK characters to, with some decent arguments, whereas like Hunter x Hunter isn't like that from what I've seen and read. I've only read up to the part where Killua leaves Gon with his sister, and Gon loses his Nen because
Mm-hmm.
of his adult form and that.
Yeah.
And then I haven't caught up from there. I know I think the author came back and started making chapters again, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
But yeah,
For
that's where I stopped because that's where the story stops and
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah, no. That's
Well, it didn't
exactly
stop, but it was like
yeah, yeah. Well, I'd say right now that's kind of where the scaling has stopped, though. Like there haven't been any major fights that would like shift the scaling of the series. So pretty much after the Ant King is what we have
they
to work
haven't.
with.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
they haven't passed like adult form
um
or
yeah, yeah.
or
Well,
that Ant King.
yeah, like Rose, Meruem,
What's the guy's
Netero,
name?
yeah, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
Miriam.
So, what are the speed
Okay,
feats
okay. So,
exactly?
uh, feats. So there's actually quite a few.
Okay.
So if you want to go with like massively hypersonic stuff, you can like argue Maki from like season 1, like catching a bullet pretty much point blank range, and that was calculated to be like massively hypersonic speeds. You also have like Hakari dodging lightning within like a short distance as well, which that's obviously what's also calculated to be massively hypersonic. Um, and then you also have like uh, well, what else? Well, you could also like argue using like multipliers because of how although I don't really like using multipliers because you can get to like ridiculous levels
Mm.
uh with like multipliers for any verse,
Mm-hmm.
but I still do use them because it is valid. It's like not using multipliers for Dragon Ball characters. It's like, they're multipliers, what it's for, but I don't really like using them anyways. But
Gotcha.
as you probably already know, with JJK, you can like amplify your stats with cursed energy reinforcement.
Right.
And we know in our JJK that your I your output does matter.
Right.
So the higher your output, obviously the higher you can amp yourself. Uh, Sorry, my bad. I'm
No, you're
drinking some
good.
Monster. Um, so you can link the multipliers to their like stats as well. So that's what I've that's what I usually do. If I'm not debating someone, let's say I don't know, yeah, let's just say uh, Yuji versus Asa or whatever. If they're using multipliers and that, I'll obviously use the high ends for JJK multipliers.
Gotcha.
Um, I'm pretty sure you're aware of like Black Flash.
Right.
Have you heard of Black Flash?
Of course, yeah. They say Black Flash is like a 2.5.
Yeah,
Yeah, the 2.5 times stronger than their regular hits or something like that for Black Flash, which puts their output at
well,
100%, right?
it's not.
Or 120%.
Well, no, not necessarily. So like you can't really use like the percentage to like scale, uh, because like being past 100% is like, well, if you're at 100%, can you go past 100%
Mm.
without like a form of an amp or whatever? But um, the thing is with the Black Flash multiplier in the kanji for it, it actually says squared, so it's 2.5 squared
Right.
or to the power of 2.5. That's the actual translation,
Okay.
but people just say 2.5 times because that type of multiplier is insanely high. Like a couple black flashes, and the characters would be solar system level. Uh, if like let's say base Yuji is like war level, couple black flashes, he's solar system level. Like, oh yeah, are you there?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening.
I thought I lost you for a sec.
No, you're good. Real quick though.
Um,
Real quick, real
so
quick.
I can send you the scan.
Okay. Yeah, we can
But
definitely
yeah,
send. Yeah, you can
so
send me a
that's
scan.
where I usually scale them for like the speed. Yeah, so that's where I usually scale their speed. Of course, you can get into like the light speed stuff, but that's only if it's necessary.
Gotcha. So, so to respond in kind, a while, not even a while ago. I think it was like either 2 screams or 1 scream ago. I have this thing where like it's almost like a pet peeve of mine. Whenever a scaler does something to the effect of I can get X character here, right? Because I don't,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I like so when we're saying I can get them here, are we saying that they're not this strong, but I can argue it to be the case? Or is it more like I think
Well,
they're this strong and this is why I think it's the case?
the thing is with that is that not everything is like power scaling is not objective. It's subjective. So when somebody asks you how strong this character is, you can say, "This is where, or I can get them this high based off my evidence," right?
Okay.
And that's pretty much what I'm saying, right?
Okay.
If I want to wank a character, I can wank them to like I don't know, outer versal, because cursed spirits are made out of emotions and blah blah blah.
Right, and emotions are
But that's not like
intangible.
what I'm doing.
Got you, got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, just to go over some of the other points though. You said Maki caught a bullet point blank. That would be massively hypersonic. Uvigan has a similar feat where he does catch a bullet in the mouth. The next thing you said was, I think the Kashimo and Hikari nearly dodging lightning thing. And my thing would be this: are we taking cursed energy and Nen as the actual properties of lightning? Is that what we would be doing?
We, well, yeah. Well, like when it comes down to like uh how I usually power scale things, especially when it comes down to speed, like lights and lightning,
Yeah.
I will go with the bare minimum until proven otherwise. So if they're shooting out lightning, I'm gonna say, okay, that's lightning speed. There's no evidence to suggest any lower or higher. So we just go with the bare minimum. So
Okay.
yeah, if Nen like I know Killua can uh like with his lightning and that, um I would say he's lightning speed because of obviously he's using electricity and lightning and that. But if there's evidence to suggest that it's not lightning speed, like I don't know, it's like there's evidence for it to being sound speed, then you'll have to say that the lightning is only sound speed. But there's no such evidence that I am aware of for either side.
Gotcha. Okay. So instead of me, because mind you, and this is just a conversation, right? I'm not. This is not a debate or anything like that. This is just conversation. So instead of me trying,
Of course.
got you. So yeah, in a case like this, what I don't mind doing is if we're establishing these things, I don't mind conforming to how you would be perceiving these things, as long as we're doing it for both sides. So we do have a bullet catching feat for both, and then we have 2 characters that are also lightning speed, lightning timers, lightning based abilities, and stuff like that. Okay, cool.
Uh,
Yeah.
what, yeah, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm aware that like there's some characters in Hunter x Hunter that have dodged bullets, that have dodged Elo's lightning to a to an extent. Um, but the difference with that is the distance of the reaction time, like how much reaction time did they have to do that?
I
Because like
agree.
there is a scene where Killua blitzes the fastest, uh, well, not the fastest, but one of the fastest royal guards.
Yeah, Yuppie.
I forgot the guy's name. Yeah, he blitzes them and like pretty much dips them, which the royal guards are like somewhat top tiers.
Right.
And we see Killua also react to like Pito, um, when like Pito, it's like her head's gone and she like tries to kill adult Gon behind his back,
Yeah.
and like Gon lost his like he loses his arm in that fight because Killua pushed him out of the way so that she didn't actually kill him.
Right.
So it's like if they're like if the royal guards are like around lightning level and you have like weaker variants of JJK characters in like the calling games being able to dodge or react to lightning from like quite a close distance. And then they get like multiple amps stronger throughout the Sukuna fight and like possibly even reaching light speed with like Kashimo, like lightning or no electronic magnetic waves or something like that,
Mm.
which is said to be like pretty much light speed, like 99.9%. And like
Yeah.
Sukuna is able to like dodge that pretty much at point blank range. And then um when he
Dig it,
does his
man.
like, true form, oh yeah, and that was like a nerf Sukuna who was fucked up, lost a foot, lost an arm, just finishing fighting Gojo. Uh, that wasn't like his full, like 100%. And then he goes into his true form, so uh, he's physically better, I would say. And he has to like Kashimo shoots out another attack, and he has to put his hands together, say some incantations, um, and then point at the direction he wants the world slash to be. Spoilers, sorry. And then he fires it before the light speed attack even hits him. And they're no different. Like the distance is like 20 feet or 30 feet away at the most. So
Very
it's like,
interesting.
and then you have like, yeah, and then you have like Yuji after Sukuna, True Form Sukuna regains his output after the Black Flash on Todo and regains his output, just like how Gojo restored his full power after hitting two Black Flashes, so on and so forth. Since Sukuna, as in like the last live stream, was stated to have twice as much cursed energy as Yuta,
Right.
he had to do multiple Black Flashes to restore his cursed, well, not cursed energy, his output. And Yuji then opens up his domain and is able to like square up with that uh Sukuna and then eventually does a Black Flash to beat him. So it's like
Okay.
it's just I don't see any possible way for the Royal Guards to even perceive what's going on.
Got you. Got you. Okay. Yeah. So for me, I think I'd
And
have
then
to
the
look
AP
in.
is just ridiculously.
Got you. Got you. I think I'd have to look into the EM thing. I'd have to look into that. You said Sukuna dodged it from around 20 feet away. So it
20, 30
sounds
feet,
20.
but
Okay, 20, 30
like
feet. Yeah, it sounds though like this would more so go to their reaction speed. And as far as the multipliers for their
well
actual
the
speed,
thing is
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
sorry,
No, you're
sorry
good.
to cut you off, man. Um, the thing is that, like,
that reaction speed is movement speed. So if you cannot move, like example, Sukuna doing his hand signs, doing an incantation,
Yeah.
and then like lifting his arms up
Yeah.
to point, that would all be within the combat speed. Uh, it will be tied into combat speed because you physically moving. It's different if you can uh perceive something like let's say you can perceive a car going towards you. You can have a reaction, but you can't do anything.
I get that.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like how
If
in
you jump
manga.
out of the way,
Yeah.
but continue.
Yeah, no, no. I was just saying like how in manga, usually a mangaka will draw like a little yellow line above them, but the character's not doing anything. That would like elicit or demonstrate them reacting to what's going on. But then how your example with the car is saying, like if a car was coming at you and you react and then also move, that would also be like a movement speed thing, right? Is that kind of where you're going?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that's a movement speed thing.
gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, no, all that stuff makes sense to me.
Like if they
Um,
can move this fast,
mm-hmm. Yo.
what makes you think they can't like swing that fast?
Hey, you cutting out? Yo.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. You cut out for a little bit. Say that
Yeah,
last
I
part
can hear
again.
you.
Yeah. Say that last part again for me.
Yeah, no, it's just all right. Okay. I said if they're able to move that fast, what makes you think they can't swing that fast?
Yeah, right. Okay, so
Did you hear that?
yes, I heard that. So let's even grant that to Sukuna. I don't know if it's a necessary. See, and it kind of gets tricky because there's two things I want to kind of cover as far as the movement speed, and then you said the multipliers for their actual movement speed. Actually, yeah. Can you go over how you think the multipliers for the movement speed would work based on like cursed energy or something like that? I think you were saying either their output or something else, but I don't know how you would actually get a metric for it though, for their movement speed.
So, well, the the multipliers comes off of like the Black Flash for the most part. For example, uh, okay, so let's go with like the 2.5 times, right?
Yeah.
So after the after a Black Flash, are you aware that the power up that you get is permanent?
No, I didn't know it was
Did
permanent.
you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. You said the power up after a black flash is permanent.
Yeah. So example, um, when Yuji first did a Black Flash, right? His cursed energy uh amount and like output is trash, right? He's still new to it, blah de blah. And then after the Black Flash, all right. Well, after his Black Flash against Hanami, is it Hanami or Hanami? I think it's
Hanami.
Hanami. The
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Hanami. Um, After that, Gojo looks at Yuji and can see the drastic difference from his cursed energy, which that wouldn't be the case if the Black Flash wasn't all that permanent.
So
Nor would it be the case of Gojo restoring his output after like two Black Flashes to like 100%
okay, so when you
if it
say
wasn't like a permanent.
when when
Uh,
you when you say permanent though, when you say permanent, because I remember Nanami saying something like when a sorcerer lands a black flash, they enter something called the zone, right? And we know the zone in regards to what he's talking about is a state where an athlete basically can't be fucked with. I wouldn't say that is as permanent
yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't say that is a permanent thing.
No, no,
And
no, no. I'm
so,
not saying that's permanent.
okay, are you saying? So, are you saying during
No,
the
no, no, I'm
course of
not
the
saying
fight
that's
it's permanent?
permanent. I'm just saying the power up. No, no, no. I'm saying the power up that you get from that is permanent. But like, being in the zone, like example, if you're in the zone in like JJK, right, and you perform a Black Flash, it just increases. Like you'll be able to like fight better, and obviously you will also be stronger because of the Black Flash, and then you'll most likely be able to land another Black Flash. That's pretty much like what being in the zone is, similar to what you're going to experience from Gojo versus Sukuna. But the power up part aspect of the Black Flash will be permanent. Because
Okay,
while Gojo, after the two Black Flashes, he's at 100% and his output is back to normal. But if that wasn't the case, then he wouldn't be able to become like or reach 100%. You'll still be like nerfed.
but it
Is
almost sounds
what I'm
like
saying.
I kind of get what you're saying. It
And
almost
it's the
sounds like
same
a
case for
Wells
like
feeling though. Say again, bro.
hey, what?
Oh no, say it again. Say it
I
again. You
said
just cut
what?
out.
I said what? I just asked you what.
Yeah, I was
I
saying.
don't think I said anything.
You hear me? Yo, 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 yo.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I'm
Okay,
just
gotcha.
munching on a sandwich.
Gotcha. So you're saying after a black flash is landed, the the multiplier they get. Are you saying it's now stacked onto their base, and then from every black flash after that, that multiplier that they get from it would now be stacked onto their base?
Well, onto their uh, not like physical stats, but their cursed energy and cursed
Okay.
energy output.
All
Is what
right.
I'm
So
saying.
cursed
The physical,
energy.
like
Yeah.
they base stats without cursed energy. It's just a cursed energy boost, not a base physical stat boost. Is what I'm
Okay.
saying.
So then that's good, and this would kind of work in my opinion because we have to understand, although cursed energy and Nen are the same, and they're as even as close as they are together, even with chakra, they almost have that function as with chakra where you're still only going to be as effective for the most part, unless you have just like a shit ton of curse energy. You're still going to be as effective as that control, as the control you have with that cursed energy, right? So if we were, for example, take Yuji, right? Yuji landed like I think 5 black flashes in a row on Hanami. That should have quintupled his output, so to speak, even with the, just for basic numbers, quintupled his output. Yuji wasn't able to then now perception blitz Hanami. I don't think these things were happening. He got more curse energy. He got into the zone, more curse energy, a stronger output, and all this other stuff. But as far as the speed multipliers, I don't think they're as demonstratively there as we would like them to be.
Um, from, from from what I would say from that, um, I would say when he did land the four black flashes, right? Well, he first landed the first black flash, and then after that, he landed four consecutively, and
Correct.
Hanami didn't really land a hit after that. Well,
Right.
within that sequence of the four black flashes. So like, and then he was also like fighting with Toto
Right.
as well. So they were like trying to tag team jump the broski, and then I think that's when like Gojo came.
Right.
And then like also Hanami did get like an amp from like using her other arm, which had like that flower blood, and it's like that black arm.
The one that absorbed
So
all the plant's energy.
yeah, yeah, and then like she was also going to like open up her domain to combat them because she wasn't keeping up. So the amp is there, and I would say what's his face Yuji at the time, although he did land multiple black flashes and was understanding cursed energy more, he's still like a baby
Right.
when it came to like cursed energy and output. Because like he couldn't control his cursed energy all that well still at the time. Because I'm pretty sure you're aware of like Divergent Fist, where his cursed energy kind of lagged
Right.
before the punch. So he was still like a baby. But
Mm-hmm.
like if you were to give Gojo that same sequence, he'll be able to uh, capitalize on the buff more than what Yuji did.
Gotcha. How many black
But
flashes?
I would say,
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah. Did Gojo land consecutive black flashes on Sukuna?
No, like
Not consecutive.
he
Okay.
landed. A, no, so he landed a black flash on Sukuna, and then he was like throwing hands with what's his face Maharaga and Agito, and then he was able to land another black flash.
On which
But
one?
it wasn't consecutive like Yuji.
Right. Who did he land the second
On which
black
one?
flash on?
Did you say that?
Who did he land the second black flash
I
on?
think it was Maharaga.
Okay. So
I think it was Maharaga.
did Gojo after landing the second black flash? Because according to the logic that's being put forth, it should have either stacked on with the other one, even though like some time has passed. It should have still stacked on it because he would have still been in the zone after the first black flash. Did Gojo exhibit any higher speeds after the second black flash? Like, was he now blitzing both cursed spirits and Sukuna? Was he untouchable to all? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because what I like to do, I like to like if this is the claim, like, okay, black flashes increase your output. Your output is directly tied to how fast and strong your attack. Cool. I was like, okay, cool. Let's take that. Let's use it. Where in the series do black flashes happen, and then what actually goes on after that to say they are now X times faster, X times more this, or are we just going to say they get a higher output of cursed energy?
What happened after?
Mm-hmm.
I don't quite remember everything, but I do remember. What's his face? I do remember. What's his name? Gojo. Blitzing past Maharaga to stop him from intervening with the unlimited hollow purple, but he did use blue to further amp his speed. And I can't remember the sequence after that.
Okay, gotcha.
But the thing is, after the hollow purple, one unlimited hollow purple happened, it was stated, then he regained his output.
Okay, gotcha.
Or something like that.
So honestly, then I think the strongest thing you would have, or I think the strongest claim that the JJK side would have would be the EM waves thing, and I'll take a look at that and just kind of see how that's going to go. But as far as like the Sukuna suppression team, I don't know if they would be scaling to that, to Sukuna's reaction to that. Yes, you could argue, oh well, Sukuna dodged it, and he's fighting with these people, so they must be able to dodge it too. I don't know if that would follow though, because in all cases, this very well could be an outlier. And again, I'm kind of adapting to how you're portraying the scaling. So in my scaling, we would look for evidence to prove that Kashimo's lightning is the speed of lightning. We wouldn't be looking for contradictions. That's almost like proving it never. We're not going to find contradictions. We would be looking for proof of this, right? So if we're going to move forward, I would say like, okay, cool. The EM waves thing is the strongest argument, because that if they are light speed, if they are actual things, cool, that would be something that he has. I don't know if the suppression team would scale to that. And then that kind of puts them, in my opinion, around the same ballpark as far as, okay, cool. Hakari barely dodged. He moved out the way barely and dodged the lightning, and he still lost an arm for it. But the Royal Guards couldn't react to Killua's lightning. And with Yuppie, he got stunned first, so he could process what was going on. He physically couldn't move because he was stunned. But then again, a clone of Shia LaPouf got destroyed by Killua's lightning as well. So then there's probably a potency thing we could probably talk about. We could probably talk about that too. So yeah.
So the
No, you're good.
thing
You're
about
good.
that is that what's it called? With the EM waves, right? I don't think that's really can be refuted because like the author explains EM waves. Um, and EM waves is just 99.9% the speed of light,
Gotcha. Okay.
and yet that's still Sukuno's speed in a nerf weakened state is still faster, and that was calculated to be between 2.5 times light speed to 5 times light speed, depending on how you want to look at it.
Gotcha.
I usually just go with the lower estimate with the 2.5 times light speed. And if he's able to do that with a broken, beaten up body, and then he goes into his true form, and then we have characters fighting his truer form, keeping up with him, even though he's not taking them seriously, just like he didn't take Kashimo all that seriously, he like no diftem. I do think that they would have to scale to around that level of that or like probably past that level for them to like actually keep up with a not going all out true form Sukuna.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
I
Do you
think it would be
think?
disingenuous to say nah.
Gotcha. Do you think Sukuna can race the EM waves? Like, do you think he's faster than the EM waves? If he had to like
In
run on
terms of
foot?
like travel speed, that's completely different from combat speed.
No, no, no. Well,
No,
real
I
quick, because
don't
I
think
want to make.
I don't think you'll
Yeah.
be able to like. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I just like even because travel speed and combat speed, they really do go hand in hand for the most part. I understand the subtle nuances that you could argue, but for the most part, we're just talking about moving an A to B distance in over a finite time. That's what we're talking about, right? And so like take the 200-meter range of Shibuya. Who do you think is going to cover that first? Like the EM waves or Sukuna? Because when we're talking about like blitzing people and stuff like that, if we want to use the EM waves, fine. Fine, I guess, right? Sure. Like I said, I still got to look into it, even if it's an author statement, because certain things could go against it in the series. So I still have to look into it myself. But all this stuff would kind of still be going towards reaction. I don't know if Sukuna is covering even 100 meters faster than the EM waves. Based on Gojo running from his domain, if we're talking light speed, he should have been out of that domain the minute he started stepping away from Sukuna. And Sukuna started further back.
Well, no, not necessarily. All that would mean is that Sukuna, with his domain amp, well, not domain amp, like his domain expansion, which does give you a buff, is faster than Gojo without a curse technique running. That's
a curse
all it would
technique
prove.
running? Wouldn't it just be the reinforcement of his curse energy?
Yeah, he has like reinforcement of his cursed energy, but also Sukuna is getting buffed from his domain expansion, and he also has reinforcement with cursed energy. So it makes sense that you would be able to block and stop what's his face? Gojo, especially when he wasn't going all out because he wanted to evolve his curse technique. And if he were like, he could have murked Gojo from the first domain expansion, but he didn't want to because he wanted to uh evolve his curse technique. He literally explains the whole thing. He's like when he was explaining it to the dying Gojo, um he said he wanted Maharaga to uh teach him how to bypass his defense, well, his infinity. It was a want. He didn't need Maharaga. He didn't need the 10 shadows to beat Gojo. And then afterwards, Gojo, like, well, not afterwards, I think prior, in the beginning of the chapter, Gojo pretty much concedes that, like, Sukuna didn't really need the 10 shadows to, like, beat me. And he wasn't going all out. So it's like, if he used more of his speed in the middle of the fight so that, he has the advantage so that he can adapt to infinity.
Right.
It makes sense why he can blitz and stop Gojo when he wants to. You know what I'm saying?
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Wow, this is getting me really excited to read and finish this fight. Actually, that's going to be dope. That's going to be dope. So, wait, do you take?
I started.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I started getting heated up when you start calling Sukuna a fraud. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was moments in that fight. It's like, yo, bro, Gojo could have just took off his head, saved, and Megumi would have died. But yeah, so I got you. That's funny though. So do you take Jacob's ladder as lightspeed?
Jacob's ladder?
Yeah.
Jacob's ladder. Isn't it just like a beam of light?
That is what she calls it, basically.
Is that it?
In so many words,
a beam of light?
Pretty much, yeah.
Then what? Yeah, then. Yeah, I would say it's light speed, but at the very least, bare minimum, until further evidence to suggest otherwise.
Do you think it's faster than the EM waves, or it would have to be faster because the EM waves are 99%, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 99.9% or something like that.
Gotcha. And so, okay, what do you think about?
Would be faster?
Yeah, right.
Insignificant.
Right. What do you think about? What do you think about Meruem? What do you think about Meruem's end being light and him having damn near the same speeds as his end? Because if you remember, Meruem steals, or he takes Yuppie's power and he takes Shalapu's power, and now his end is literally light, or basically light. I'm not going to say literally light, but if we're putting everything under the auspice of it acts as the IRL thing, it's light, and he moves as fast as his end.
Wait, what is his Nen?
Yeah. Well, yeah, his Nen, but when he uses
Did you say his N?
Yeah, like where you use your when you use your Nen to like expand out into a field. Let me pull up the let me pull up the panel real quick. Let me go to Google real quick.
Could you pull up the panel? I just need context for me to
got you.
Give you my answer.
And context manga. Oh wait, why didn't I just go to Manga Pill? There we go. Manga Pill.
Oh, what's the chat saying?
The chat is they're yapping. There's Revenant and Max are having their own conversation. Shinigami's saying what's up. Michael's having some thoughts. Yeah, I'm gonna read those in a second. Let me go to HXH.
Oh, damn.
Oh wait, do I gotta type in Hunter x Hunter?
I bet there's gonna be that one person blaming me.
Nah, I don't think so.
There's always that one person.
But I mean, you mostly know everyone in the chat though. I don't think anyone, has a problem with anything that's been said so far. Oh, come on, man. This thing is making me go to different things. It should be 305 maybe? No, it ain't no 305.
It'll
That's
be
way too far.
a newcomer.
Say it again for me.
I said it'll be a newcomer that starts flaming me.
Oh, yeah, newcomer. Like shit. 315. Going fixes his arm. Okay. Okay, so this just ended there. So maybe like 310 or 312. Let's do 312. All right. Okay, cool. Poof, is something the matter, Lord? No, you've decided. Okay, cool. Let me skip this real quick. Hold up. Okay, even if let me go back over here. What is this? My body. What is happening to it? Right, he finds out he's poisoned. Oh, they gave him pink hair in the manga. That's dope. I wish they kept that. Poof, is something the matter, Lord Meruem? No. Have you decided to reconsider? In that case, we must evacuate at once, sir. Even when I can see right through him very well, he still refuses to divulge his secret. I only have to capture the remaining intruders. Oh, my neck is killing me. I'm very curious about your secret now. You don't intend to change your mind about telling me, do you? Good. He's using and already... I see it. I can see everything. I see what has changed since the first time I used N. Footprints that weren't there before, an abandoned vehicle, Yuppie's corpse, a door that's been opened, and someone new who's reacting to my N. Huh. Was it you that killed him? Absolutely not. Sir Yuppie. You know what? It might be only in the manga. I'm sorry, in the anime. I don't think they say it. Hold up. I can sense the emotions of anyone that my N has touched. I can feel his extraordinary hostility towards me. Where was it, bro? It might be an anime only thing, because the narrator was saying something like, the light has covered the entire courtroom or something like that. But he's deeply involved in my secrets, yada yada yada. If you wish to continue our contest, yada yada. Poof. The feelings towards you. King's power meant that he could, yeah. Okay, I'd table that one for now. I'm not even going to probably go into that. You still there, Ig?
I am still here.
Okay, got you. Just making sure. Making sure, bro. Yeah, so I'm thinking the manga might have added something, or I might just be misremembering. Yeah, I might just be misremembering or something like that. But basically, it would have been... Yeah, well, the feat would have been Meruem traveling as fast as his N, basically. And where would he be at this point? He would be at the top of the courtyard, and he gets to the selection room. Wait, no, he does it twice. I have to go to where he finds... Yeah, he does it twice. Okay, I'm early. That might be it. Let me go back. Give me a second, bro.
No problem.
Got you. All right, let's see. Okay. Are you also watching too?
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
cool.
I watched for like the comment section.
Comment section.
I just wait. Because the YouTube has like a delay.
Yeah.
So I'll only like go back and watch where you found the scan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he kills.
Can you hear the rain?
Nah, it's raining hard over there.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still
No,
here.
no, I
It's just
thought you.
raining quite a bit.
Yeah, no, I can't hear the rain. It's good. It's good on my end. Sir, I'm gonna
Alright.
stop the king. If you propose this is entertainment, shouldn't you take your time to enjoy yourself? It appears that your proposal, yada yada yada. Okay. A contest to see who locates their target first. Yes, sir. So while I hypnotize many humans, I would like to request that you wait here, my lord Meruem. What is this? If you win, I shall grant each of you one wish. Then what if you win, Lord Meruem? If I win, then you will tell me everything that you're hiding from me. Cool. So yeah, it's either this or it doesn't exist. Let me see. That's if I lose. Okay. Alright. Ecalgo. Okay. Does it not happen? A contest. Alright, they proposed the contest. Alright, he does his little wing scales things. Maybe he just does it with no explanation. Okay, Wellfin fights
Yeah,
Yuppie, kind of.
me.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, they definitely changed it. So in the manga, they just have him grab Knuckle and the lizard guy, whose name I can't remember for some reason. But in the anime, it actually has him go over there and actually like do the feat. Very interesting. Okay, and you be died. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll take that off the table until like further consideration. I'm gonna have to watch the anime again. That was weird. But all right. Cool. Let's go here real quick. Not now, later. Don't know why. Let's do this. So, who do you think, though, for the sake of conversation, let's just grant this, right? I think let's give the JJK cast higher reaction time because I think that's fair enough. But equalize the overall speed. Then do you think the Sukuna suppression team would be able to defeat the Royal Guard? And where do you have their AP at? I'm curious to hear that too. Where do you have the JJK cast's like AP?
AP wise, uh, hmm. It really depends on like where because like you can like JJK characters is like one of the verses where you can like scale them to sea level
Mm-hmm.
or island level or higher, and it will also be like somewhat valid. So it
Gotcha.
really like depends on where you would scale Hunter x Hunter for me to like say. Personally, I think like them being in the planetary ranges is fair enough. Uh, I think there's evidence for it. Well, there is evidence for it. Like there, actually, I won't even get into it. It literally just depends on where you would scale Hunter x Hunter.
Honestly, you know me, man. I'm pretty conservative with my takes. I think Uvagan, with his Big Bang impact, with the AoE of his fist, has the feat of cratering a decent amount with just his fist. If I remember correctly, that came out to, I think that was city to city block levels of AP, just in his fist.
Wait, can you, wait, hold on one sec. I just need to sort out a leak on my window real quick. I'll be like
Mm-hmm.
2 minutes.
Got you. Take time, bro. Take time.
Give me a heads up.
Gotcha. All right, let's read some
Oh,
chats.
glorious pose.
EM waves 99%
Oh,
light speed in the atmosphere, 100% light speed in the vacuum. I'm fine with light speed Sukuna, Gojo, MBE, Kashimo, and maybe Yuta. The rest of the verse top tiers are barely lightning timers. Okay, so Rev only has Sukuna, Gojo, maybe Kashimo, and Yuta as light speed. Royal Guards also have a similar Mickey Mouse light speed meta though. Yeah, Rev, I thought it was with the whole Meruem light thing. I could be wrong though. I thought that's what it was, but I guess it could be something else too. Was mathing the 2.5 times as an exponent. Oh, was mathing the 2.5 as an exponent. Yeah, it's hard to buy that repeated black flashes get to being tens of thousands of times stronger than your base, especially if your opponent's taking it. Yeah, that's something to look into, and yeah, like we would want the evidence for like the tens of times, because that would mean like after the second black flash, he should have like exploded Hanami's body from a punch type shit if it was already hurting Hanami. He isn't, and Kashimo was top 3. Gege just didn't care to show his full potential. He literally got low diffed by a dying Sukuna, top 3 who. Yuta was confident he could take Mahuraga and Akito out of the fight to give Gojo a 1v1. The only reason he didn't join that fight was because he had his own role to play, that being taking out Kenjaku. Max says base Kashimo equals jackpot Hakari. That's kind of, from what I've seen in their fight, that's kind of true. Yuta, by his own words, maybe Kashimo is much stronger and faster. I don't view Kashimo being low diffed by Sukuna as an anti-feat because Sukuna wasn't holding back. Oh, hold up, Max. You have base Kashimo and jackpot Hakari over Yuta? That's kind of crazy. After that Sukuna couldn't kill fodders like Wee and Ino. They're now stronger than Kashimo. That's very dishonest. Sukuna couldn't kill them easily because he was nerfed to oblivion. Brother, you think Hakari over Yuta? Laugh my ass off, you can't be serious. Yeah, I don't know about Hakari or Kashimo over Yuta. I don't see that happening. Sukuna blitzed and low diffed Ryu, who has better stats than Yuta because of his superior output. Better stats? No, his output is pretty decent as far as his granite blasts, I think, don't change their output no matter how he fires them, right? That's a tough one. Because Yuta has so much cursed energy, he can probably make out for his weaker output overall. He can probably make up for that. Sukuna blitzed and low diff Ryu, who has better stats than Yuta because of his superior output. Yuta would be low diffed by Sukuna if he was in place of Kashimo. I don't know about that. Sukuna literally confirmed that Yuta's defense was stronger than Ryu Ishiguro's. Yeah, see, I haven't gotten there, but that sounds more likely to be the case, Max. Yuta himself said that Jackpot Hakari is stronger. See, but Yuta is a very bashful, humble person. I don't think he outright said he was stronger. He said when he gets going, he can get strong. Like, all that would mean, though, is that Hakari has to continuously get jackpots until he exhausts Yuta's cursed energy, in my opinion, at least. Like, if you want to say that's stronger, it would be true in the sense that he could beat him in a fight. But overall, like, stats, overall, like, cursed energy manipulation and abilities and stuff, Yuta's washing Hakari all day. He only becomes harder to kill. Thank you, Rev. Yeah. But we know Rika can offset reverse curse technique with positive CE attacks, so Yuta could in fact kill Jackpot Hakari regardless. Why would he talk about Hakari in a killing context? He simply wouldn't kill him. Just tried to defeat him normally, which is almost impossible due to his infinite RCT. It's not that hard to comprehend. Besides, what feats does Hakari even have? Also, Yuta could just opt to chop off Hakari's head. He could probably go for a head chop, and that would probably beat him. Who is beating the fraud allegations first, Madara or Sukuna? How is Sukuna a fraud, though? I don't think Sukuna is a fraud Shinigami. Sukuna wasn't holding back. He was holding more back, which as we find out, he has a second transformation. That's what Gojo was referring to. Okay, you back? Got you, bro. Got you.
Woo.
Cool.
So there was like a leak. Sure. My clothes are all wet. I'm gonna tumble dryer later.
Got you. All good, man. All good.
And I heard some shitty takes. No offense to the comments.
No, all good.
Hakari and Kashimo over Yuta. Like, come on, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, that's Max.
What are you doing?
I don't know about that one. I can't stand with him on that
Like
one.
saying like what only Yuta, Hakari, or Kashimo is only like lightspeed or something like that is also just a piss take. Like, how are everybody keeping up if one's like drastically faster than the other? Makes no sense.
See, but like that in my head though, and this is like when I actually read the series to power scale and not to read it, that's kind of what it's going to have to be. Like, for example, Hakari barely dodging lightning, but then Yuta being able to fight with Sukuna pretty much evenly, even if you want to say Sukuna was holding back. But then also Hakari and Yuta, while they might not, while I do believe Yuta is stronger, it's not that Hakari would not give him a good fight. He can still give him a fight. You know what I mean? So then it's like, well, okay, if we're back scaling, is Hakari also lightspeed reaction because he can fight with Yuta? Because it's not like Yuta's going to be blitzing every move Hakari does within a single attack or anything. They can follow each other's movements. It's just that Yuta's stronger. You know what I mean? So all these things are going to kind of have to be ironed out. Yeah.
Yeah, which version of Yuta versus Kashimo?
I would probably say the same version
and
that
which
fights.
version of Kashimo?
Well, no, not Kashimo. If I was saying Kashimo, that was my mistake. Hakari.
Oh, Hakari. No, I think Yuta would like hurt some based off just beats. Like
You think
Hakari
it would blitz him?
at like the end of series. Yeah, like Hakari, the end of series. Yeah, well, not Hakari. Yuta at the end of series has feats of fighting True Form Sukuna in tandem with Rika and Yuji. Hakari is like struggling with like what's her name? Urama.
Urama, yeah. So
Urama got blitzed by like Gojo.
Right. Okay. Yeah, this is all going to be fun to break down and
He's having a high difficulty fight, and like the thing is, yeah. The thing is that Hakari had like was like keep hitting jackpots,
Yeah.
and yet he was still getting fucked up. But that's the only reason why he lasted that long. And after the fight, once Sukuna loses, Urame has like a few scratches on her, and then kills herself off because Sukuna died. And that's how their fight ended.
Okay.
He's literally a pillow puncher.
Got you.
He's trash. He's
I would say,
trying to.
I would say he's trash. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, go ahead, bro. I fuck with Hakari, man. I like his style.
What?
Yeah.
Give Urame a few scratches.
Yeah.
Like, bro, everybody is fighting for their lives out there. Boxing with Sukuna, and you're like having tea and coffee with like Urame.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Bruh.
Rev said you're speaking his language now. That's funny. What was I about to say? Hold up. I was about to say something. When this is going to I feel like, bro, I'm going to get pissed off scaling JJK. I feel like it's going to piss me off. I really do. From what I'm hearing, I feel like I'm going to get pissed off. Like doing triple AP scaling for JJK, I feel like I'm going to get pissed off because it feels like there's a lot of it feels like there are some outliers. It feels like there might be some inconsistencies, and you're saying end of series. Yeah, you're saying end of series Yuta should be able to just blitz Hakari. I gotta see, man. I gotta see.
Come on. Are you going to actually say that Urame can keep up with True from Sukuna after she got blitzed by Gojo when 15 Finger Sukuna could keep up with that Gojo.
Right. 15
Or
fingers.
15 Finger
Yeah.
Maguna.
Yeah. So
Come
it's
on.
hard to say, bro. It's hard
Come
to
on.
say.
Let's be serious.
No, I got you, bro. I got you.
Is getting washed. And like Hakari barely did anything to her.
Yeah.
He
I mean,
was
I'm not
just
there
there.
yet. I'm not there yet. I can't speak on it.
A punching bag.
Got you. Oh, hold up. Real quick.
Only showed up.
Real quick. I always got to do this real quick. Chaos Age, the spirit of the wrath, has entered the chat. He says, "What's up, Ab-stract, and what's up, Nirvana?" Okay, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I always got to do that for Chaos Age because I love his name.
No problem. Yeah. So essentially, Hakari was just there for a punching bag
Gotcha.
for Urame, just so that he can keep Urame entertained. The mouse will just had tea and coffee.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, this is going to be fun.
They had no relevance.
Yeah.
The end of series.
Gotcha. Yeah, this is going to be fun.
Annoying. Showed up like 3 times.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. Cool. I fuck with it. This will be fun. Yeah, I feel like I'm probably going to have to be while I'm doing this. I'm probably going to have to be consulting you a little bit on some things. Like, all right, hey, what you think about this, man? What you think about this? How are you looking with this? You know what I mean? So we gonna see. Rev says,
yeah, no problem.
Rev says Igneel is preaching right now. Urame was bodying Fraud Kari. Bodying. So you got Rev on your side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was dogging on him. Like, bro, after the fight, he has like a few scratches.
Yeah.
And bro, he was just getting fucked up. Like, his torso and that. She froze him up, punched him.
Yeah.
She was ragdolling Broski.
Mm.
Like he was only a punching bag.
Got you.
Really.
Got you. But, all right, cool. That was a fun cipher. Let's get into your debunking the worst Bleach scale in history, part 2. Let's get into that.
Part 2.
Yes, sir.
Yang.
Hold up. Sounds like someone's at my door. Give me a second. Yep, cleaning, ladies. All right, I'm good. Okay. All right, chat. We're getting into Igneel's debunk of keys video, part 2. Really excited. Part 1 was very, very hilarious. I enjoyed part 1 a lot. I think the stream enjoyed part 1 a lot. And shout out to you for putting in as much work as you did to debunk all this stuff, because Lord knows, bro. Oh, hold up.
Huh.
What about Fred Kashimo?
No, it's my
Like shit. I'm gonna read the chat and then we're gonna get that started. Facts. Hakari, please, big sis Urame, go easy on me. I don't want to die. Max says, by his words, Hakari barely winning against base Kashimo makes him a fraud. Fighting Urame in stalemate makes him a fraud. Bullshit. It is just Kashimo and Urame are that strong. They are ancient. Yeah, we're gonna see. Hey Max, we're gonna see because we're gonna see. I don't like the slander of Hakari, but we're gonna see. If it is what it is, I gotta accept it. But if not, we're gonna fight for him.
If you're reading them, if you're reading that scene, like,
yeah,
I'm gonna read with you.
I got you.
I'm with you, and I'll point out like, hey, where's Hakari?
Got you.
Like in like the end of series, literally rocks up, gets beat the fuck up, and then there's a cutscene. And then it's just Sukuna and versus the others the rest of the time. He dies, and then after that, we see Hakari and Urame, and then she kills herself because her man died.
Got you.
He's trapped.
Got you. All good.
And I will die on that hill.
You gonna die on that hill. Okay, Ab-stract is a Naruto and JJK fan, but he just likes Bleach way more. I'm a fan of most animes. I really don't have like a extreme dislike for animes. And how do you feel about that comment as far as your perspective on that, Ig. Are you more of a fan of JJK and Bleach as opposed to Naruto, or what is your favorite? Actually, I don't think I asked you. What is your favorite anime? Before we start the video.
My favorite anime, I would still say it's like Seven Deadly Sins.
Gotcha. Okay.
I just enjoy it more. Uh, JJK is like super complicated.
Mm.
It's a pain to like understand everything, especially just like when one curse technique has like 10 pages for
Gotcha.
you to read to understand it. And you have to get like mathematicians to like explain it limitless in that.
Yeah.
Uh, but out of the three choices, I can 100% say I couldn't care about any of them. I don't care much about Bleach,
Yeah.
and I don't care much about Naruto.
Yeah.
Naruto pisses me off, honestly. So I'll probably say he's not the least. Um,
Yeah.
it, so it's just between JJK and Bleach. Okay, although I don't really care much about them,
Mm-hmm.
I do enjoy Bleach more than JJK. JJK is just too complicated, and it just
Gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah, I was about to say,
it's not
bro,
really
because
all that impressive. Whereas like, I continue.
yeah, my fault, my fault. I was about to say because like your profile joint, it looked like a Mugetsu up there. So I always kind of thought it was like okay, more Bleach centered because I knew your channel had like a lot of Seven Deadly Sin stuff, but like when you take a look, your third video is how strong is Mugetsu. So I kind of always thought like the Bleach stuff was up there, but it also might be Seven Deadly mixed in. So
So my avatar is it's actually a mix of a lot of things. So the base character obviously is yours truly, how I want to look.
yeah,
Unfortunately, I'm just not there yet. Don't have the dreads.
got you,
Uh, Plan on growing them.
got you.
Um, uh, the dark arm thing is the Mugetsu, the bandages. If you see like half of the other half of my character's body, it's like the Mugetsu. Uh, I don't know what you will call it, dress, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not dress, but like you know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
that
like the
dark.
attire or like the
Uh,
markings. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Like his lower half,
right.
like pretty much just covered up in like darkness and that. And then I was going to like have the Horn of Salvation as well. Just that the artist that did the Horn of Salvation just made it look shit. So I was like, no, remove it.
Got you.
Just keep the Horn of Salvation like mark, which is like the red mark thing
Yeah.
that covers the left side of my character's eye. And
Okay.
then there's like Itachi's MS,
Oh, is
the
that what that
Degekyo
is?
in that left eye.
Oh, I see
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And then
I never noticed that, bro.
and then on the right eye, it's Arthur's eye when he like uses like Chaos's powers and that. His eye like darkens and but like the color of the eye is a mixture of well we were trying to like mix it with like silver and purple to represent uh ultra instinct and ultra ego.
Oh, that's
And
fire.
that's why the hair is like purpley silver with a bit of black
Yeah.
to represent Mook gets to uh ultra ego and ultra instinct.
Oh, that's fire.
But yeah, that was the concept. And eventually, well, my artist is like fixing up the design to have it the way I wanted it to be.
Got you.
So it was supposed to have like the ultra instinct and ultra ego like aura as well. Just to like so it's like it will be like a mixture of like purple and silver with like those like weird bubbles.
Got you.
But yeah, that's the idea. Well, that's the yeah.
No, that's fire. That's that's a dope
I'm
breakdown,
hoping
bro.
to.
That's fire. Because it's like you
Yeah,
incorporated.
thanks.
Yeah, no, yeah. You incorporated almost every facet of like, your favorite anime. Either like not I don't want to say tropes, but like aesthetics. I want to say so. That's really really fucking dope. Let me read the rest of these
Yeah.
comments, and then we're gonna get started on the video. Give me 1 second. Okay, Femboy Kashimo. Max, put the fries in the bag. Hakari is washed, says Rev. Shinigami says, what about Igneel Shippuden? Shinigami wants to know if you like Shippuden. I think. Max says he isn't. Gege is washed. Rev says true. Revenant says Gege is washed for real. Chaos Spirit says, wait, Ab-stract, I forgot to mention that Vanki likes when y'all tag him in videos. So Igneel, don't forget to tag him. Okay, so apparently Key likes when people tag him in videos, so don't forget to tag him. Also tell him it's not personal. Oh, you told him? Okay. Chaos says, also tell him it's not personal.
No. He made it personal.
Oh, he made it personal.
First, he made it personal.
Oh.
Yeah, he called me a clown.
Oh.
On in the comment section on posts.
Yeah.
I was like, bruh. Okay, say less. I'm
Wow.
definitely debunking your shit.
Yeah, well, so I hope you heard that, Chaos. Apparently, Von Key started with the insult called Iga Clown. So, I mean, is what it is. He says, also tell him it's not personal and you're not trying to attack him. Shinigami says, well, if Ab-stract gets a fave... if Ab-stract gets a fave in my verse, I better treat him/her well. Oh, yeah, please do, Shinigami. Rev says, honestly, I'm like a scornful ex with Hakari. I used to ride with him. Then bro ghosted the story and pulled up at the end like he did something. Bleached head ass nigga. Hey, yo. Y'all gotta chill, bro. He said exactly. Rev says, number 2 wannabe. My domain requires Googling Pakancho machines. My CT is fucking train doors ass. My best internet moment is meme ass. Hey, that's hilarious. I think we're crashing out together, Max. Going to be eating on stream. Okay, what we eating? Fried chicken. Okay, cool. All right, cool. We're ready to start. Let's get into this video. Really excited for this. Debunking the worst Bleach scale in history. Part 2. Power, speed, and cosmology. Let's get it. Oh, also, so as always, bro, I'm going to be pausing and talking. If there's anything you want to pause and say, hey, Ab-stract, pause right here, go back, let's dissect this, let's break it down, we can definitely do that. Just let me know.
There'll probably be like a slight delay because I have to obviously watch it on the live.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. Even still, that's fine. Just let me know when it was, and then I'll just like go back 10, 15 seconds at the most.
All right.
Gotcha.
Let me go into the stream.
But people think Igneel Shippuden fell off and stopped being about power scaling. I don't know what that means, Igneel Shippuden. Wait. No.
Igneel Shippuden?
Yeah, now I'm confused. I thought he just had a typo, but he's kind of saying weird things. He says, nah. Part 1 of Igneel is nostalgia with so many tactics and the likes. Part 1 of Igneel? I have no idea what you're talking about, Shinigami. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, well, I think you might be talking about my video of me debunking Key with part 1. Maybe.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, he said part 1 of Igneel is it's nostalgia, so many tactics and the likes. I don't know, man. I'm not sure.
Oh, what?
I don't know, bro.
Tactics.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, Chaos. You ain't gotta tell him it's not personal. This ain't personal. We know this, right? Chaos says, hey, Vanki, if you see this, don't take it personal. If I have to say this, yes, sure, fine. If you do see this, Vanki, do not take it personal. This is just a...
Yeah, don't take it personal.
Don't take it personal.
On Ab-stract. I'm the one that wants to give you a favor.
Right.
But, you know,
It got smoke with you.
you ran away from me.
It got smoke with you.
I
I'm just
offered
here.
this. I offered Key to debate me on like Ichigo stuff, like
Got you.
Bleach stuff, and told him, "Yo, my Discord is at the end of the video."
Yeah.
And then I asked for his Discord, and he never gave it to me. And then
Mm.
he tells, and then he made it seem like, well, didn't make it seem. He just says I ran away from him. I was like, bruh.
Got you.
And then he started calling me names. So
Yeah.
much
Okay.
disrespect
He said much disrespect.
on Kitty.
Crazy.
My part.
Got you. All right, let's start the video, bro.
For argument's sake, let's say that they are in two different universes and analyze the cosmology and power universe if we assume that premise. That won't change anything. The most common misconception is that if they're in different universes, that must somehow entail that the Soul King must have created and separated two or more universes. We could argue that the Soul King simply split the original planet into two versions and put the two versions in two different universes that already existed. That doesn't require him to have created any universes, nor does it require him to have separated anything past the original planet.
So the problem with that argument is that he's presupposing that the realms existed beforehand, and outside of the Garganta and the main dimensions and the Bankai, etc., there was just a planet outside of all of reality, and it's just floating in some weird limbo, which then the Soul King just separated the planet and put them in already established dimensions.
Yo.
Yeah. Can you tell me what second you're on, and I'll just watch the debunk on my device. I'll just save the video on my device and then just watch it so that we're at the same time.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm exactly at, we can start. You want to start it over real quick and then you just kind of time it?
Yeah, just let me get the video saved on my device real quick so that we can time it. Because
Gotcha.
yeah, the lag, like the difference,
Yeah.
drastic.
It's gonna be too drastic.
Like half
my
a minute.
latency is
Yeah.
ass. Okay, Tay says turn it up. All right, let me see if I can tweak what they hear real quickly. All right, it's up as much as it can go, guys. Or I just put it as much as it can go, so hopefully you guys can hear it. Okay. And Ig, let me know whenever you're ready to start.
Let me check real quick where I might have put in that. That's not it.
Tay, I turned it up. We'll have to see how it sounds, though. There's no other way I can turn it up more than this because it's already on max volume on the OBS. So you guys are hearing whatever the max volume will be. And it's max on my side too, so.
Okay, so I have it. So hang on, let me just recover the video. So what was the time frame? Oh, yeah, wait, let's just start all over again.
Yeah, we'll just start it from 0 and we can just do a
Where
countdown.
are you at? Hang on. It was right here. Okay. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Ready when you are.
All right, let's give a countdown. 5. We'll start at 0, okay? 5.
Oh.
Yep, 4. 3.
4,
2.
3,
Yep.
2,
Yep. 1. And I should start now.
Alright.
There we go.
Yeah.
And so yeah, just say pause. If we're like a few seconds behind, that's fine. Just say pause and I'll pause.
For
Alright.
argument's sake, let's say that they are in two different universes and analyze the cosmology and power universe if we assume that premise. That won't change anything. The most common misconception is that if they are in different universes, that must somehow entail that the Soul King must have created and separated two or more universes. We could argue that the Soul King simply split the original planet into two versions and put the two versions in two different universes that already existed. That doesn't require him to have created any universes, nor does it require him to have separated anything past the original planets.
So the problem with that argument is that he's presupposing that the realms existed beforehand, and outside of the Garganta and the main dimensions and the Bankai, etc., there was just a planet outside of all of reality, and it's just floating in some weird limbo, which then the Soul King just separated the planet and put them in already established dimensions that was separated from life and death, which that wasn't described to be the case. And why would a planet be representations of life and death? Why would planets be considered reality or some shit like that? It makes sense that these spiritual dimensions and physical dimensions is the life and death that the Soul King separated. Well, the noble families used the Soul King's power to separate them, and which makes sense as to why the Soul King being the linchpin for reality his powers able to sustain the Garganta, the three realms, the Bankai, etc.
Right.
And which is why when he dies, everything else crumbles, including the Garganta. Which there's multiple statements of the Garganta also being destroyed, and not just the three realms, and that they created the boundaries between the three realms, which the boundary is the Garganta. So he's just completely wrong.
We know that the Soul King can separate a planet into a physical and spiritual version, and if you accept the notion that they are in different spaces, then we also know by default that he is capable of moving planets to different spaces. We also know that parallel universes exist in Bleach. This interpretation checks out. And I know that a lot of people will be quick to shout headcanon, but the truth is that this interpretation is just as valid, if not more valid. Because what's a bigger stretch? That the Soul King separated the planet into two different versions and put them in different universes, which by the way we know he did either way, or that the Soul King separated quadrillions upon quintillions of celestial bodies for no apparent reasons, made two different space-time continuums, moved those space-time continuums away from each other, and then put each celestial body into their corresponding space-time continuum. Not only does the second interpretation make far more assumptions and makes bigger leaps of logic, but it would also be arguing for a level of power that's never been demonstrated in the verse, and abilities that we've never seen the Soul King have. Therefore, the second interpretation can be ruled out as a far-fetched hypothesis.
Yeah. So wait, real quick. Is he saying, based on the fact that the Almighty can perceive multiple futures, that it's less likely that the Soul King split? I'm guessing like every possible future while he was at the primordial sea. Is that kind of where he's going with this?
Nah, so he's trying to like use I forgot the he's trying to like use like Occam's razor.
Yeah.
And say that because my take has less assumptions, therefore it's most likely correct, or it is correct. Whereas your assumption is that there's too many assumptions for it to be more likely.
No,
But the
I
thing
got that part. Yeah, what's his
those
argument though?
takes.
Yeah.
His argument.
Yeah, I get the Occam's razor part as far as more probable versus less probable. But what's his argument though? Because that's like.
Yeah, that is his. Well, so far that is his argument.
Oh, that is the argument.
The thing is that I don't think I pointed out in the video that we're not making any assumptions.
Yeah.
The story tells us these things.
Yeah.
You're the one assuming that it's just planets, and that they're previously established realms existed, and the Garganta and all that, and all he did was just split a planet and put them in those locations.
Yeah.
That's a bigger assumption that you would have to prove.
Yeah.
And there's no evidence for that throughout Bleach. It was never implied for that to be the case.
So he's kind of wrong. Well, not kind of. He is wrong with
Yeah.
trying to use Occam's razor. It was that it's actually more favorable for us to say, well, based on this these statements and what we know, our position is more likely to be the case than your position because we don't really have any assumptions.
Right. Ours is working off the source material, whether that be data books, manga, or novels. Yours is kind of pulling out of whatever you think is more likely to be the case from your point of view. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Got you. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go.
It can be dismissed by Occam's razor, and the first interpretation will be much better.
First, he's making a lot of assumptions, right? So, first assumption, he's assuming these realities existed while life and death were already separated besides one planet. He's assuming that there is another Garganta with other dimensions exactly the same as the main one because of possible futures, because of Yuabaha's almighty, and he thinks that those possible futures is physical realities, so he has to prove that there is another Garganta, so on and so forth. He's also making an argument from ignorance because he's saying that because we haven't seen the Soul King do such things, therefore he can't do them. So you would have to prove that he can't do them and not just say we haven't seen it, so that's why. And him saying that we haven't seen power that can create dimensions, therefore the Soul King can't do it, is also an argument from ignorance. But we have seen characters create dimensions, such as that random boy that created Karakura-tan, which seemingly had its own star, and he can create pocket dimensions in that. And we know that Fullbringers carry a piece of the Soul King. That's how they get their powers. So
right.
We know that since that boy can do it, the Soul King and all of his glory can do the same thing. We also know that the Soul King's power transcends everything, exactly the same as how Mugetsu Ichigo's power is stated to transcend everything, but for the cost of everything. For the cost of all of his spiritual energy, or blah blah blah. So Mugetsu, which is why Shikai Ichigo, true Shikai Ichigo, can one-shot a weakened Soul King that still has the power to sustain reality. And we also know that the 5 great families used the Soul King's power to create the Garganta, which is the boundaries between life and death. Without the Garganta, all of the realms would become one again. So yes, the power to be able to do these things and have enough power to be able to do these things have been shown in Bleach. Saying that you haven't seen it or hasn't been shown, blah blah, is irrelevant. And also we know that, well, what you're saying is the biggest stretch checks out because there's actual evidence for it.
We talk about it.
Random ass assumptions. So it's your burden to prove that your assumptions is more likely to be the case rather than, oh, I have a few assumptions, Occam's razor, therefore my assumptions are valid. That's just not how it works. We have evidence to support our arguments and claims.
Interpretation will be much better. Remember God Aizen, who was confident that he stands a chance against the Soul King? The same Aizen made a massive deal out of warping space. Apparently he's just an idiot that doesn't know better than the random fans that make up interpretations.
Pause it. Yeah. Hold up. Yeah, pause it real quick. Let me read this real quick. It took a transcendent being to cast an attack strong enough to warp space on a level less than a black hole. And that was the most noteworthy thing about the attack. Aizen viewed it as a godlike feat, lol. Even noting Ichigo, who was physically stronger, can't comprehend a level of power that can warp space. Therefore, Ichigo's real power is stronger than Aizen's transcendent. Keto 90 equals power to warp space and time, stronger than Ichigo's estimated power by Aizen's AP without Keto. Okay, that's a lot. I don't. No, man. All right, I'm gonna go back. Yeah. Give me a
Go back?
Yeah, just a little bit, because I wanted to read that and then hear what he said in full. So I'm going to go back to like 6:15. No, a little further, maybe 6:10. I'm gonna go back to 6:10, and I won't start it just yet. And let me know when you're at 6:10, then we can start it.
There we go. I'm at 6:10:27.
Beautiful. Okay, cool. 3, 2, 1,
2,
go.
1.
Claims.
Interpretation would be much better. Remember got Aizen who was confident that he stands a chance against the Soul King? The same Aizen made a massive deal out of warping space. Apparently he's just an idiot that doesn't know better than the random fans that make up interpretations and say that...
Okay, pause it. Yeah, my fault. Okay, yeah, so I don't know where he got that Aizen, because like I got to hear everything in full first before I can just like, let's say Aizen did let's say Aizen did think he stood a chance against the Soul King. The idea was for him to be able to keep evolving for him to get to that point. He can be impressed with his power now and still think, if I keep evolving and getting stronger, then I can be as strong as the Soul King. I think he's just making. Yeah. I think he's just trying to connect 2 points that really don't have any business being together. Both of those things do not have to be mutually inclusive. He does not have to think at the same time, oh, the power I'm about to beat Ichigo with, or the power I'm using to beat Ichigo, will be the same power I'm fighting the Soul King with. That wouldn't make sense because he's just
and he wouldn't.
Yeah,
and he wouldn't even know how strong the Soul King is.
Exactly. He would not know how strong the Soul King is.
Not even like only what's his face. Ichibei knew what the Soul King is and knew about the Soul King because he was around prior to what the universe is today. He was alive in like when Life and Death were one, and he knew how strong the Soul King is. Nobody else knew, not even the other Squad Zero mates knew about the Soul King, which is why Ichibei explains to them the situation and what they were supposed to protect.
Exactly.
And all of them were flabbergasted because they didn't even know shit about the Soul King. And not only that, but in a what's his face, I think it was in one of the data books, or no, not data books, in a Q&A. I think one of the fans asked the author what would have happened if Aizen from the Espada arc, like him after fighting Ichigo, well, not fighting Ichigo, like if that version of Aizen did manage to face off with like Squad Zero, would he have won? And I think it was no. I can't
you're talking
remember,
about the Clyde video, right?
Like, nah.
The Clyde video?
Yeah.
Okay.
But was it not? Or was it like, yeah?
I think
I don't really remember what it was.
See, Clyde is a very big Aizen fan. I think Clyde had Aizen beating Squad Zero if his goals were to be accomplished and go to the Royal Pass. I think he had them beating them, but I don't see how that would have been.
Was like War Arc Aizen.
Yeah, it wasn't. Oh, War Arc Aizen.
Talking about like War Arc Aizen.
Okay, he might have been. Okay, he might have been. Yeah,
I haven't watched War Arc Aizen.
Okay, gotcha. Because I haven't watched it in a while.
That is okay. Yeah, that was War Arc Aizen, but I'm pretty sure it was talk. There is a Q&A about the Aizen that was fighting Ichigo version, and it was like nah. But about that video with Clyde, I heavily disagree with like a lot of what he said about Aizen, and I don't think even War Arc Aizen actually like beats Squad Zero. And I do plan on making a video on Aizen and Yamamoto versus Squad Zero. And then it's gonna get like
that could be an interesting conversation. I honestly, I think there's an argument for Aizen beating Squad Zero, or at the very least one Squad Zero member, maybe not all 4 of them at the same time or anything, but one unsealed Squad Zero member. Like Aizen versus Senjumaru could actually be. I don't know. We gotta see what the anime does with him versus Yuha. But I think there's an argument that could be made for Aizen. I think it's there.
If it's like one squad mate, possible.
Possible.
But if it's
Gotcha.
like the entire squad, yeah, I'll say it's possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Cool.
I'm still, I don't really see him actually do anything to them. Like their spiritual pressure compared to his, the scale is just drastically different.
Mm.
Um, and if it's like the entirety, like how Clyde was painting it, like he thinks of like Aizen just walks up and just like bitch slaps all of them. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
The Squad Zero would dog like would just plow down Aizen and Yamamoto, and people are hyping Yamamoto up to be like Squad Zero level. I was like, nah, it's not even beating Senjumaru.
Yeah. Yeah. There's I think how do I say this? So this gets tricky, bro, because like never once has Yamamoto not been nerfed in a fight. It's either Wonder Weiss, it's either oh I'm missing an arm, or oh my Bankai was stolen right when I need to fight the real Yuha Baha. And even nerfing himself when he's fighting Royd Lloyd to not this. I have to end this quickly, or else me, you, and the Soul Society will burn, to a crisp. So even you can even say he's nerfing himself then, not to
I
release
wouldn't
all his power.
I wouldn't say he's nerfing himself.
Mm.
Then
Mm-hmm.
um, all I see that as is just him wanting to deal with the threat as quick as possible, which would be unwise to nerf himself, which will just
Mm.
prolong the fight
Mm.
and make it even more threatening. So
Gotcha.
I would say he's more than likely going all out against this fake Yuha with his one arm, and then yeah, but I don't even think his like having his other arm is going to like be his saving grace, because like he fought a Yuha that had his eyes closed.
Yes.
Uh,
So, but here's the thing with
and
that
like
though too.
yeah,
We understand Grimmjow simply losing an arm. He was kicked out of the Espada. Him just losing an arm kicked him out of the Espada. Now you can say there's reasons for that. We're like, oh well, Grimmjow was the Espada of destruction and he represents that, so he can't really just take another Espada spot. But the point is, he was too weak to be an Espada. I think the missing arm is significant. I also think for Yuha, yes, he fought him with when Yuha had his eyes closed, but eyes open only really increases his hacks, not really like AP or anything like. It's really just all hacks at that point. So like Yuha's physicals don't
not
really.
really.
You don't think so?
No, because like in the anime, which is more canon,
Yeah.
Yuha fights Shika Ichigo with his eyes closed. He then opens his eyes and then dog walks.
Yes, but that's literally
So it is
because.
an
So that I feel like that's literally because at that point he sees and knows all that's going to unfold. As long as he can know all those things, he can position himself, he can move himself. And then there's also the fact that I'm still not too
Like
sold
he
on the
has to be
fact that
fast enough.
he does see. But does he have to be fast enough? I've been thinking about this. Does he have to be fast enough, or can he put himself in position via jumping timelines or futures or whatever? Because it's not going to look like he is, but with his power, that's literally what's going on, moving one grain of sand to another. Like I
Well,
was
no,
thinking, yeah,
he can't. Well, at the time, damn, we're hopping off topic.
we are.
But
Let's get back to the video.
this is important.
Let's, nah,
This
this,
is important real quick.
yeah, no,
Um,
hey, this is a dope conversation though. I fuck with this conversation.
yeah,
Let's get back to the video real quick. We'll table
okay,
this. This is good though. This is good. We'll table this.
yeah, okay.
All right, bro. All right, ready? I'm gonna start it in 3 seconds. All right.
Yeah,
Okay. 1.
3,
Yep. 2.
yeah.
1. And go.
Characters below his level should be universal plus to WoW multiversal, if not higher. Remember Yamamoto hyping up the energy of the sun? Well, apparently he's just avoiding Collab was obviously multiversal plus so along. But what's more interesting to discuss is how would the destruction of the realms and their collision be possible if we accept that they're in different universes, and that's very simple. They're connected through the Bankai and also through the Garganta.
Okay, so him, Aizen, being impressed of like affecting space-time just could be his first time ever affecting space-time with just his power alone, right? So obviously, he's impressed. It's the same as how Goku is impressed impressed with Beerus destroying a planet. We're not going to say that Goku, just before the just before the Granola arc, is only planetary. That's just ridiculous. We know that Goku is multiversal, bare minimum, in base. And trying to use these instances as evidence to try diminish their AP is just disingenuous. And we've seen weaker characters warp space, but not space-time, so yeah. And as for the Yamamoto statement thing, Yamamoto wasn't hyping up star level AP retard. He was hyping up the heat of his flames, which the heat of the flames was what was threatening.
Pause it real quick, bro. So, and here's the thing with that, bro. I really cannot wait until I start doing the actual joules per centimeter cube for Yamamoto's thing. Because what we would do is we would take the 15 million degree heat and just divide that across the AoE of his sword, and that would be the AP. And that's probably going to be around the 8 ranges of planetary. Just with the volume of his sword, it's probably going to be planetary plus, to be honest. We'll see, though. I'm excited for that shit. 15 million degrees. We just have to find out how much heat that is and how much energy that would be compacted into a small sword like Yamamoto's. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that shit. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because it's bro, hyping up, oh, he was afraid of this. Well, my nigga, it wasn't really that. He could handle that with blue. What he couldn't handle was the direct contact of his sword. Pretty much everything he dodged. So it's just I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. People gotta do better. Any comments before we start?
Or a load of comments.
Go ahead. Let's go.
About the you are bar rant.
Got you.
Are we gonna do a countdown?
Oh no, my fault. I thought you said you had a load of comments.
No. I said there probably is a load of comments. I didn't.
Oh, okay. Got you. Yeah, all right. I'm good. Yeah, I'm ready to go. All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and now.
Million degrees was the issue, and also just because your AP is let's just say outerversal, that doesn't mean your resistance to fire would be outerversal just because your durability beats that. Resistances and your durability and endurance are not the same things. They're different stats. So the heat can damage them, but the AP behind the fire attack may do nothing to him. And also we know that Yamamoto's flames is just his spiritual pressure. It's not even a fire attribute. It's just because he's so strong, his spiritual pressure takes an appearance of fire. And as for the realms destroying thing, the Bankai is just what connects the two realms so that you can travel between the two dimensions. That doesn't mean that without the Bankai, the realms are just all of a sudden clash into each other. No, the Garganta is the reason why those realms can destroy themselves by just clashing into each other if the Garganta were to disappear, which is what you were kind of saying. So I kind of agree with that part at least. With the Garganta stuff. And
the mic is messed up.
Hence, every single instance of them using the Bankai connects them directly to the physical world and the spiritual world, and nowhere else. We never see them go anywhere else with the Bankai. So we could argue that the collision is made possible through those subspaces, considering the fact that Garganta even covers the two planets, basically. And since they are directly connected, they are capable of colliding. And here is one final thing to consider. This is going to be purely logistics and sound reasoning. The show makes it very clear that the full source is limited to the two planets, with the extra planet of Hueco for the host. If it applied on a universal scale, then why do we never see species from other planets go to the Soul Society when they die?
I hate this argument.
It says that all of the spirits that die in the world of the living go to the towns located around the Serite. Why do we never see beings from all across the universe in there? Why is it that Shinigami hyper-focus on Earth and are only seeing keeping an eye on this specific planet? Why is it that we never see them go to any other physical planet to keep the balance there if this was a universe-wide thing? After all, it's verbatim stated that if the balance of the souls is off even by a single soul, the worlds would collide. And surely the infinite universe with infinite possibilities would have a ton of life to keep in balance. Furthermore, there are only a few thousand Soul Reapers, and that debunks the notion that this is a universe-wide thing, because that would be too much for a few thousand Soul Reapers to manage. It makes sense for them to be able to keep up with Earth, because Earth only has 100,000 deaths per day, approximately. That's somewhat manageable, but in the scale of the infinite universe with infinite possibilities, that would be too much for a few thousand Soul Reapers to keep up with. Also know that, as we've mentioned, all the souls that die in the world of the living go to the Soul Society, or rather the cities next to the Serete. So why is it that in an infinite universe with infinite possibilities, we haven't seen any other species and any other beings? Only souls that come directly from Earth. If anything, if this was a universe-wide thing, it would be infinitely unlikely for us to see even a single human, because most of it would be populated by all sorts of other infinite many species. And yet that's not the case. If Kubo was so open about it being a universe-wide phenomenon, as people claim, why did he not show or mention a single soul that came from a different planet other than Earth? Why is it that when Senjumaru shook the two worlds, we see small earthquakes on the surface of the planets, and not stars or universes that are shaken? That would surely represent that this is a universe-wide scale, but he chose to show the planets and their surfaces instead. If Kubo really intended this to be a universe-wide thing, he would have made that clear a long time ago, but instead, what is consistently suggested is that these are 3 planets and only they're involved in the fall of Konpaku. Oh, don't bring the value of the screams up, those are pocket dimensions that the Soul King didn't design, and they are unintended, they are simply the result of the disruption of the fall of Kenpaku, and all of the souls there are made of Earthling souls to begin with, so yeah, it's still linked to Earth, not any other physical planet, so this doesn't debunk anything. Take, for example, counter statement where the world of the living and the Soul Society are synonymous with planets. For example, when they say that Grimjo went to the world of the living. Where was he again? Oh yeah, on Earth. Or when Ukiura went to the world of the living. Where was he? Oh yeah, on Earth. Or when Ichigo and the Ganki invaded the Soul Society. Where were they? Oh yeah, on parallel Earth, on the spiritual world. Or when the Queen She invaded the Soul Society and ruined it. And what did that refer to? What did they attack? Oh yeah, we see them attack the spiritual world. So yeah, sure seems to me like those terms are actually in reference to planets. Like they are synonymous with those planets.
Okay, so he said a lot, and essentially, bro doesn't understand what settings mean. Like the concept of world setting just doesn't apply to him. It could just be the case that Kubo or the author made it so that only Earth has souls on it, or it's just hyper focused on Earth and the Soul Society, and there could be other planets in the physical world that are like Earth, but they do not matter to like the story that is happening for Earth. And there could be also other planets that have a version of Soul Society in the Soul Society for their story, etc., and they can do their own thing. The author doesn't have to hold our hand and show us every inch of the world that he has created, the verse that he has created. Or it could be the case that only those 2 planets that have life in it exist in those dimensions, same as how only our planet that has life on it exists in our observable universe. Thus far, with a universe that is infinitely increasing, we haven't seen a single planet with other life forms on it. So why would we just assume that an infinite universe, there should be like multiple planets with life on it? That's a baseless assumption. So he doesn't really understand like world building or just the setting the author has made for the verse. And why would they even go to other planets or to other stars or solar systems that don't have any life on it? Why should there be other life forms than what
Pause real quick.
shown? Just
Yeah. You're pretty much covering this exactly how I would, and from his standpoint, it really just comes off of like, oh, I don't like the way this was portrayed. Oh, it could have been portrayed better. But that wouldn't defeat the case of, well, okay, you have this side and you have this side, 2 dimensions, right? One contains everything alive and the souls over here, and one contains the dead side of the universe and all the Konpaku over here. There would still be that balance no matter where it was. Just because it's all on Earth wouldn't negate the fact that, well, it can't be a universal thing because it all happens on Earth. It wouldn't matter where it happened, actually. It really wouldn't matter where it happened. You just want it to take place where you want it to take place. That's kind of what I'm getting from his thing. Karibo says the cosmology is so fragile with how many souls it takes to get it to start shaking. Yes, because the whole idea of it was to have a balance, a continuous cycle of souls coming in, coming out, souls turning to hollows, souls getting passed on to the human world, and then those souls, when they're ready, leaving the soul society and being born back as humans again. That's literally what it was.
I'm going to hell.
Yeah, exactly, and go to hell, exactly. So even the cosmology being quote unquote fragile would still be a part of how the cosmology was made and depicted. This wouldn't necessarily negate anything wrong with the cosmology.
But how would the cosmology even be fragile?
Well, because he's just saying.
What does he mean by that?
I think he's just talking about because he says with how many souls it takes to get it to start shaking. So basically, I think he's talking about like when the Quincy first arrived and they started killing hollows and stuff like that. There was an unbalance, and then Mayuri responded to this unbalance by killing like 1,000 souls. Killing 1,000 souls. But like the difference is though too, we have to remember the Quincy. Yeah, like the unbalancing, the unbalancing is being caused by the actual extinguishing of the souls. It's not just killing people. It's the extinguishing of the souls. They're literally being fucking erased. And we have to also remember that most times, no. It depends. Because we know the Menos Grande are a conglomeration of hollows. And regular hollows are kind of just regular hollows. So it really depends on which hollows were killed too. We don't know if they were Menos. We don't know if they were regular hollows. But even that would throw off the soul cycle because they're now a conglomeration of souls dying instead of just one Konpaku or one hollow dying.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro.
Like if they were like killing souls from like evenly throughout the 3 realms, nothing would change. There will still be the balance. But
yeah, exactly.
They were taking souls outside of the cycle.
Right.
That caused the imbalance.
Right, because now there was nothing left on the world of the living side to balance that. It's not just that they died. No, it's just that their fucking essence no longer exists within the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, the cycle.
Exactly,
also,
the
like,
soul cycle.
When Soul Reapers like murk other souls, they're just cleansing them. They don't actually erase them from existence like the Quincy does.
Right.
That's why they're able to like kill souls.
Right.
Without like actually eradicating.
Exactly so. Yeah. All right, good. I'm glad we got that. I'm ready to start. Rev says he's just yapping. Pretty much. He's just yapping. Like, he wants the story to be a certain way. He wanted Kubo to do certain things, but Kubo isn't beholden to what Keys wants the Bleach verse to be or the Bleach verse to do. Yeah, but this is it's entertaining. I'll say that.
It's kind of like saying like, well, we don't like see other life forms in like the main Naruto universe, therefore it's like not a universe or some shit like that.
Like what? And then
like,
and then he had the other point, bro. He had the other point real quick. He had the other point of like, oh well, every time they go to the planet, they're on the planet. I'm sorry. Do you want them on Mars or something? Why? Like why?
They want them on Mars.
The fuck?
Just like floating in like the universe.
Yeah. Like every time they go to the world of the living, they're on the planet.
Story doesn't take place. Yeah.
Would that not make the world of the living still that dimension? No, it would not. That would still be the dimension. Like, so yeah, it's selective bias as far as it's selective bias as far as just the semantics of world, and I even want to say the nomenclature, just understanding what we're talking about when we're talking about the semantics of the word world. It's really just selective bias. So
it's like Kaguya's dimensions also being called worlds.
Exactly.
And they're just like some of them just have a planet, and some of them, well, not some of them, only one of the dimensions has a sun and 2 moons. The others don't.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
other dimensions are just pretty much just planets.
Exactly.
But
And
like,
then,
nah, Broski
mhm,
thinks with the realms, well, all of Kaguya's dimensions are universes. Like, bruh, come on.
yeah. And then I'm gonna
Where's
say
the
with Kaguya's too,
unlimited?
bro. It's a little more weird with Kaguya's too because like let Naruto fans tell it, she's not moving dimensions or she's not moving people. She's actually moving entire dimensions. She's swapping one with the other. Well, okay, so and mind you, this is what they say. I don't know if this is true. I do because I don't really care. It's not my argument to be had. But I've heard, she's moving the entire dimensions, swapping those around, and everyone's kind of staying where they are. Well, okay, well that's kind of weird. And it's like, okay, by dimension, are we saying
Well, that's
really, really far away or in the same space? Because it's just really like, yeah. Did y'all see?
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
There is statements that say that she's moving the dimensions
Yeah.
or the world she's in.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that like when we look at it, like see it on the manga or um or the anime, it's just the people around her being
Exactly.
moved to her dimensions.
Yeah.
We don't like if like if it was the dimension shifting, then it wouldn't be like the select people going to her dimension, like those like little lines for like teleportation
Mm-hmm.
that they have like on the body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
Uh,
those little lines
it
around the
would be
Kakashi,
that.
Sakura, Naruto, and
It,
Sasuke that makes it look like they're teleporting. Yeah, I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
it would be the entire dimension having those lines and them not having those lines.
Right.
It would be the other way around.
Right.
But that's not the
That's a
case.
that's a good point too. That's a very good fucking point. But all right, let's keep going. And 3, 2, 1,
Yeah,
and starting now.
one.
Because like, what's it gonna do to the story? Nothing. Probably ruin the story, but like, it makes no sense. Like, it doesn't need to be extra life forms or whatever. And as for like the Senjumaru thing, it stated that the heavens and the earth of the three realms of existence would shake from just the slightest uses of their power. And what do we know? We see the main planets.
Like even that, I'm not even gonna pause it. Even that debunks it right there, bro.
We don't need to see the entire
Even that
universe
one statement just debunks
shake.
it.
As long as we see just part of it, we know that her statement
Oh,
is
what's
true.
the statement?
So
Yeah.
Senjumaru
against the
Yeah, I'm gonna pause it real quick. Yeah, even the Senjumaru statement by itself, the heaven and earth of the three worlds. It wouldn't just if it was all inclusive, it would just say the heavens and
One
earths. Say again. Say again, bro.
Wait, one second. I'm just putting my earphones on charge,
Got you.
and I'm just yeah. Put you on charge, and now I'm just going to use no earphones. Let's speak.
Got you. Yeah, I was just saying, like, even that single statement, and mind you, I don't really get into like I have the cosmology video, sure, but I don't really get into cosmology scaling. But if I like, even that statement of the heaven and earth of the three worlds will shake, or will be caused to be shaking, right? That is saying
Yeah.
those three places individually, their heaven and their earth. That would be the space and the planet itself would be shaking. If it was just all inclusive, how he's saying one universe, one dimension shared, she would not need to say of the three worlds. She would just say cause the heaven and earth to shake or tremble. And that would be all inclusive of all three of them. But she doesn't say that because they're separate things. And they're all separate things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just like you're doing great. But I'm just like even that by itself is enough, bro. It's like, bro, come on.
But you'll ignore it.
Yeah,
You'll just say
exactly.
it's the sky and the planet.
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about. Bruh.
Like shit. All right. 3, 2, 1,
Yeah.
and starting.
1.
appealing to an argument of ignorance, saying, well, we don't see it, therefore only the planets of the area shook and nothing else. That's an argument from ignorance. We already know that the universes were being shaken because of the statement. I can't remember what else you said, but that's pretty much it.
Firstly, for the power, there is no real proof that the Soul King is planetary to begin with, as the novel states that it was him and the 5 other founders who created the world together, so it's a shared feat. We also don't know how much time it took, and the method it was done through. So there is absolutely no...
It literally says using his power.
Planetary. In my previous video, I was simply trying to be more fair, to be
Wait,
more...
pause
Like, bruh, you can't be this bad. It literally says using his almighty power, the 5. Using his power. It's not a shared feat. And we have the 1,000-Year Blood War anime that displays him creating the 3 worlds by himself. I don't, like, personally, bro, I'm not even going to count the novels anymore. Like, we can reference them for some things, sure. But as far as that creation feat, we literally see Ryo doing it by himself. Why are we still talking about the novels? Yeah. Don't get me wrong, they were written, I get that. I'm not going to discount or discredit them, but for this particular thing, we see him create it himself. And even if we don't want to take the anime, it literally said the 5 using his power. His power. There's not a shared feat. It's a shared experience. Sure. Yeah. It's a shared activity. Sure. But it was his power. Man, oh man. You can't get more. Oh my God, bro. Go ahead.
Well, what was I gonna say? Can we go back a few seconds?
Yeah.
I forgot what he said.
Around what marker? Where you want me to go at? 1540, 1530.
Before he's. Let's go with the 15.
15 seconds? 15 minutes?
Yeah, 15 minutes.
Alright. Let me know when you're ready to start.
Okay. Yeah. 3.
Okay. Yep.
2. 1. Go.
Gotcha.
Main planets that exist in those realms shake. We don't need to see the entire universe shake. As long as we see just part of it, we know that her statement is true. So you're again just appealing to an argument of ignorance, saying, well, we don't see it, therefore only the planets of the area shook and nothing else. That's an argument from ignorance. We already know that the universes were being shaken because of the statement. I can't remember what else you said, but that's pretty much it.
Firstly, for the power, there is no real proof that the Soul King is planetary to begin with, as the novel states that it was him and the 5 other founders who created the world together, so it's a shared feat. We also don't know how much time it took.
Pause.
Okay, so
yeah.
Him saying we don't know how much time it took and the method it was done by. So we've already talked about the method. It was his power, right? That's how they did it, right? So he obviously scales to it. The time thing, time doesn't really matter when you're creating these kinds of constructs, like not universes, but like possibly infinite size universes, or more so a multiverse.
Yeah.
You can't really dividing multiversal by the time will still be multiversal. You can't really divide that level of energy. It's not like a finite amount of energy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, for an example, could anybody quantify how much energy is required to destroy multiple space-time continuums?
Probably not.
Can we scale that? Look, can we calc that?
Probably not. I don't think so.
I don't think so. So it's like, it doesn't matter the time.
Yeah.
It's like saying we need a time frame for like a character creating a single infinite universe.
Right.
Still going to be infinite.
It wouldn't matter at that point. We're talking about an infinite universe here. So.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they were creating planets, different story. Then you can take time. But since it's not like actually planets, they're space-time dimensions that you can argue to be infinite, then it's like it doesn't matter. Yeah. And you don't even like he doesn't even use that logic for like Naruto characters as well. Like in his Naruto scaling, he doesn't question how the Otsutsuki's create their dimensions or how long it took them to create their dimensions.
Of course not.
Or even how big the dimension.
Of course not. They get the benefit of the doubt of just scaling to it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, they for some reason think that they're infinite in size because of Sasuke's statement, which was like everybody and their mom has debunked it. Yet they still think it's like infinite universes. Not infinite universes. Well, yeah, the dimension's infinite, therefore she scales to it for some reason. We don't know how she created it. Could be through hacks, which is most likely to be the case because they can't do anything without using jutsus.
Exactly.
And we don't even know the time frame. Like her True Seeker orb that was going to like destroy one of her planets. And I am going to say planet.
Yeah.
Because in that dimension, only the planet existed in the Genesis dimension. There was no sun or moons. Only the desert dimension had that.
Right.
So, and that was taking like a long ass time for her True Seeker orb to expand to eventually reach the size of that dimension and then recreate it. Right. Well, create it whilst it's destroying it. And that was through a hacks, which I think I have proven for the True Seeker orb being in hacks. And you'll probably see it in my Naruto versus in my debunk video on his Naruto scale, because that was also just trash, horrendous. But luckily that one's a lot shorter. So
got you. Exactly, bro. Exactly. It's all you know. You know what is also funny? No, I got you. All that's good. All that's great. What's also funny? What's funny to think about is that in Bleach, there's actually mentioning of Jesus, which would mean that we wouldn't even need to know if he created the planet, because based off of them having a Jesus, they might be following the biblical Bible, in which case he created the planet, right? And it just kind of gets more meta and funny because, like, you know, oh, God created the world in 7 days, this whole thing. But all we would need to know is that he created the dimension / the universe itself. That would actually be their Big Bang. Soul King would. And they would attribute it to Jesus. Yeah. So it's just a funny idea that I had, because I'm like, yo, Jesus is in Bleach? That's hilarious. But yeah, bro. I was like, okay, that's we can probably do something with that. Give me a second. I'm gonna check on the chat real quick. Okay. You keep strawmanning because you can't seem to turn off your power scalar brain. Oh, Kribo and Rev going at it. I'm gonna have to get in that later. Michael says, I'm back. Nice. The time. Bro, they existed before causality was a concept. Rev says, you're the one being contrarian. It's up to you to prove that souls in Bleach are not complex.
About that one.
Oh, what part?
Wait. The Donnie that said, like, well, what do you say about, like, them being before the concept of causality?
I don't know if this is in direct relation to the video or it's another conversation, but Shinigami says, hold up, he says, the time, ? Bro, they existed before causality was a concept. Now, based off of, here's the thing with that. I don't know about before causality was a concept, but in my video, I know that's
impossible.
Yeah.
The thing is that is impossible because there were people already there. Causality was already a thing. It's just
Yeah,
that it was a level of causality that was outside of uh, the space and time of the
exactly.
Garganta
So, but
and the
that's what
other
makes it
universes.
very
But
that. Yeah, but real quick, that's what makes it very contentious because like Ichibei doesn't consider time passing until after the primordial sea was created. I don't remember the exact statement, but when you look up the primordial sea or the primeval waters of Noon, when you look these things up, it's described to be as a place. And mind you, Kubo has to do his best to tell a story while also keeping the mythology somewhat the same. But it's described to be a
accurate.
place. Yeah, accurate. Exactly. Like no
Yeah,
change, nothing's
I'm
going
aware of
on.
that.
Yeah.
The thing is that you don't necessarily need time for causality to exist.
Yeah.
Because like if you're timeless, right, and you can still move around, well, guess what? Causality is still a thing. If I
That's
slap
true.
you in a timeless void, what was the cause of that slap? Oh, that was me. Okay, so causality still exists. Doesn't need time for it to exist. Only within our world, because we can't move without time.
Right. Right. No, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Is hold up real quick. Where was I leading off at? Okay, Max says souls in Bleach can become so powerful that they threaten to exist. They threaten the existence of the universe after destruction of Konpaku and get sent to hell. Just 3 powerful souls is enough to destroy the borders between. Karibo says, why would I have to disprove you? Okay. Michael says, just want to say...
kind of true.
Yeah, I agree with that. Michael says, just want to say that souls in One Piece
you could
are
also
hypothesized
argue,
to have mass.
I said you can also argue that the reason why they can't be reborn is because like the woman that's like giving birth to them probably won't be able to handle it, so they will just die anyways.
Yeah, that would make sense too, actually, yeah. All that power being reincarnated into a human body would probably kill them. So,
yeah,
there's that.
Eviscerate them.
Right. John the Maven says, you could, if you're able to individually quantify the energy. Okay. Also, that question about, you asked me a question about the space-time continuum, basically, and how we would quantify that. John the Maven says, you could, if you are able to individually quantify the energy of each continuum. If it's infinite, then no. I mean, you can do infinity-based math, but yeah. So he's saying he thinks it's possible if you could probably quantify the energy of each continuum. But if it's infinite, no. But then again, you could probably do it based off infinity math. Kariba, Shinigami says, know what? How do we know? Oh, yeah.
Sorry, but
no, you're good.
To that, no, the thing is that when you're creating space-time, you're pretty much creating past, present, future of that space-time continuum when you're creating a space-time continuum. So you would have to try. So the reason why it's impossible, right, is because with time being a thing, it makes things pretty much inaccessible. Because if you think about it, like with numbers, like the number between 1 second and 2 seconds is infinite. In fact, you could argue that there's an infinite amount of infinite numbers within just 1 second and 2 seconds.
Right.
Because you can divide 1 and 2 an infinite amount of times, and you will get like an infinite amount of points within like those seconds, like similar to like Gojo. But you can do the same thing with like 0 and like, I don't know, 0.1 second.
Right.
You can still do the exact same thing. You can divide it infinitely. So when you're creating a space-time continuum, you're creating past, present, future of said universe. So you can't actually use the traditional culking to quantify the energy required to create a space-time continuum.
Right.
So
That makes sense.
yeah, that's
Wait,
my response to that question.
Real quick, bro. Let me ask you this, because I've always thought like when people are able to create certain things, like for example, natural law, right? Like things like gravity, things like let me think, law of conservation of mass. When these things are created, for example, Rayo created the world, the earth, and all these things. So he would have technically created all these things by proxy. Do you think that these things kind of happen innately when they are created, like the natural laws are created along with creation, and then they kind of just get enacted as life goes on? Or do you think it's a deliberate thing for the laws? Because for some instances, like Soul Society, where they can absorb reishi, break it down, this, that, and the third, we understand that's a law that exists within Soul Society, and they have a certain amount of control over fundamental laws of reishi, right? but then in the human world, these things can't really happen like that because they're not built that way. For other universes and like for other people, would you attribute like the creation of natural law to the creator of that universe? Or would you kind of say it's just kind of by proxy? If that makes sense. Sorry if that was like a mouthful, bro.
I would say, yeah, most likely.
You would attribute it to
they
them?
would have to create. Yeah, I would. Because
Okay.
if they didn't make it that way, everything's fucked. Everything's screwed. It has to be similar to our own like universe, which our universe is practically perfect for life to like really exist, especially when it's just like regular humans. So they have to make their universe in the same way as our universe,
Right.
pretty much. And if they didn't, let's say, like, example, in Seven Deadly Sins, Arthur destroyed, like, at the end of the show, Arthur, after absorbing, like, chaos and that, he destroyed reality and then rewrote it, and everything was screwed. Everybody, well, not everybody, like, the people that were still around, so, like, the main cast, were able to like stand upside down, and some of them were able to stand on like walls, and everything was just weird. And they, because like gravity is like, I don't know, messed with, like the laws of gravity, they were able to just do things that defied physics. And they asked each other, well, how are you able to like stand there? Because they're used to the regular world.
Right.
And the other person was like, I don't know, I'm just standing there, you know?
Gotcha.
So they actually have to create the laws similar to our own for the universe to be similar to our own, you know?
Gotcha.
If they didn't know what they were doing, then obviously things would be chaotic.
No, that makes perfect sense. And I'm glad you said that, because I didn't even know. Mind you, I haven't like finished Seven Deadly Sins. I kind of stopped watching after the Demon King was defeated and stuff like that, because the animation dropped and all this other stuff. I was not a fan of the new art style of that animation. I was just like, oh, I'm not really, turned on by this. But
the Four Knights one.
Say again? Well, I don't know. I don't even know what's after the original thing, bro. I just like kind of stopped because I was just not a fan of how they were drawing, or like
I'd recommend like reading. I recommend reading the manga, because like the anime also cuts out some stuff.
Okay.
For Seven Deadly Sins and Four Knights.
Yeah.
And it's just, if you want to enjoy the show better, just read the manga. It's appealing to the eye.
Okay, gotcha. We can definitely do that.
So yeah, that's my advice for you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But like more on that topic,
and also change it.
More on that topic, like you'll take someone like Kaguya, who is said to weave her dimensions, create her dimensions, but still be beholden to pretty much everything in her dimension. Her gravity dimension can affect her just as much as everyone else. she traps herself in ice when she probably could have just trapped just Naruto and Sasuke in ice, but she has to trap herself in ice too, and not just walk through her ice. She has to teleport through her own ice. So it's like you don't really even have a level of control over your own quote unquote dimension or world, as you know what I mean. So it's kind of kind of levels to this, where like we say Arthur, he destroyed reality and recreated it in his own liking. Cool. So now people can walk on walls. They can walk upside down. Nice. Shinra Bansho Man destroyed the Fire Force universe and created how he wanted to. Now death is an actual entity, etc., etc. And you kind of see the same thing with Reo, where he literally made a living side, a dead side, a balance, and then how everyone interacts with those two things. So it's just levels, though. That's
Yeah. For Kaguya thing, I'll just say like it's most likely just hacks.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because there's difference between
the creation of all things technique, which is just yin yang.
Yeah,
just being able to turn imagination into reality through this certain jutsu. So it's like, okay, doesn't really scale to it. That's why she can be affected by her own shit.
Exactly.
If she were to hop in her like acid dimension, she would die.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. All right, real quick, I'm gonna speed read just some of these comments, and then we're gonna get back to the video. 1 second. Yeah, that's right. Michael says, just want to say that souls in One Piece are hypothesized to have mass. I could actually believe that because Kuma can push out memories and things like that, and I think these things have mass, so that's actually not too far off.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
What part?
What has mass?
Oh, Michael says souls in One Piece are hypothesized to have mass.
Oh, souls in One Piece. Oh, no, I don't really care.
Got you. I could believe it based on like Big Mom being able to like hold them, based on Kuma being able to push out like physical pain and all this. I could believe it. I could buy it.
Well,
John the Maven.
You could argue that they just have like soul manipulation, soul interaction, or soul damage, or whatever. It will be like equivalent to like characters or not characters, but demons in Seven Deadly Sins can like manipulate the soul and like grab them and that. It'll just be like an ability that they have to interact with souls.
Sure.
Which maybe not everybody in One Piece will be able to do that. Like the average Joe, would they be able to just grab
the soul? Yeah,
probably not.
Good point.
So probably an ability to have.
Gotcha. Yeah, much more to be seen with that. John the Maven says did I already read that? I did already read that. Okay. John says, Shinny, I think it's just one of those. No. Let me. Okay, yeah. He says also Ab-stract. I'm actually hearing fair and reasonable Naruto endgame scaling from your partner. Hey yo, shout out to you, Ig. John the Maven's fucking with you, bro. He says respect, lol. Respect, lol. I'm so tired of the universal agenda. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Not Ab-stract. Don't mention Christianity, please. Context clues for what? Oh, okay. My fault. I won't mention Christianity. My fault. All right. What else we got? Chaos Egg says, okay, so how much of Naruto you think Soifun could solo? We can do that another stream. I might do that tomorrow. We'll see. Karibo says Soifun isn't really touching any era of Konoha, so that location can't be the starting point. Michael says, even putting power scaling aside, SDS is stronger than Fairy Tail in writing quality. Interesting. And that's pretty much all we got. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Seven Deadly Sins. Yeah, facts. Mm-hmm. Whoever said that.
Yeah, Michael
I'm a
said. Michael said that SDS stronger than Fairy Tail.
Yeah, gang.
Like shit.
You're
we got about 15, 20, a couple more, 25 more minutes about, I think, or something like that. So let's see.
30 minutes on my end.
30 minutes? Okay, got you. Yeah, I'm at 15:49 right now. Where are you at?
I'm at 15:51.
51? Okay, cool. Let me just move up a little bit, and then we'll start it right
there.
They're
like 2 seconds.
Yeah, about 2 seconds.
3 seconds.
Something like that.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Gotcha. All right, let's get it. Counting down from 3, 2, 1, and go.
arbitrary. In my previous video, I was simply trying to be more fair, to give them more leaning towards them interpretation, even though I don't necessarily believe it 100%. What's even worse is that while there are a lot of Bleach calculations that people used to claim that even the lower level characters are country to continental, it's important to remember that all of these calculations are based on speculation, with the sizes typically being inflated or exaggerated through the nitpicking of inconsistent panels. And this is indeed the case with Bleach, considering the fact that we have Tokinada saying that nuclear weapons are terrifying and even resorting to developing a fortress as a way to defend himself from humanity once he invades the world of the
Hold up. I'm pausing. I gotta read that. Just pause real quick. I gotta read this stuff. I see. This is the first time I've ever been so cornered. Dragging a trail of blood behind him, Tokinada walked through a room of strange gauges. Oh well, I suppose this is how far I will let my fun go this time. As he started up several of the gauges, Tokinada let his mouth warp into a grin. But I will ask that all of you die here. Tokinada had equipped the multi-storied building with secret weapons. He started to activate the fortress equipment he had prepared as a defense against the humans, which included artillery bombardments that were equal in force to the nuclear weapons from the world of the living, and reishi cannons that would diffuse toxins that rivaled... reishi toxins that rivaled Konchikashi Soki Jizo. Okay, well, in order to prevent that from happening, that castle in the air in Karakura Town might eventually cease to exist. Even if they can't kill hollows, the world of the living has mountains of frightful weapons to destroy other humans. I mean, so is he saying this? Okay, well, let's. I'm gonna go back a little bit to get the full context. Like I said, I have to read all this stuff first and then hear his argument. So I'm gonna go back to 15. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to 1550 real quick. I think that's where we left off. I'm gonna go back to 1550, and then when we get to this part, I'm gonna pause it again to hear what he has to say.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm at 1551.
Beautiful. All right. Counting down, and 3, 2, 1, and go.
It was done through, so there is absolutely no reason or basis for him to be planetary. In my previous video, I was simply trying to be more fair, to give them a more leaning towards them interpretation, even though I don't necessarily believe it 100%. What's even worse is that while there are a lot of Bleach calculations that people used to claim that even the lower level characters are country to continental, it's important to remember that all of these calculations are based on speculation, with the sizes typically being inflated or exaggerated through the nitpicking of inconsistent panels. And this is indeed the case with Bleach, considering the fact that we have Tokinada saying that nuclear weapons are terrifying and even resorting to developing a fortress as a way to defend himself from humanity once he invades the world of the living. In fact, he even resorted to developing and using weapons that are said to be equally strong as nuclear bombs. And the strongest nuclear bomb is the Tsar Bomba, which is only 15 megatons of TNT. The same Tokinada isn't fodder, he's actually easily captain level, being able to take on Kiyoraku, who is the head captain of the Gutei 13, as well as several other vice captains all at once, and he was actually winning for a while. He's even said...
Okay, that was a
Yo,
lot.
Ab-stract.
Yeah.
Yo, Ab-stract.
Yeah.
Ab-stract, you know what?
Yeah.
Naruto is sword level. Like, Sage of 6 bars, Naruto is sword level, bro.
He gotta be.
Get stabbed with the sword.
He gotta
wasn't
be.
Even amped.
He gotta be, bro. What are we talking about?
Yeah, he has to be. Including Kakashi, like Broski was like almost cleaved in half by a regular ass sword.
Regular Zabuza
I guess
sword.
these characters are just sword level.
We can go to rock level.
Right.
He almost fell. He almost fell for some rocks during his Sage Mode training, and it would have hurt him. He said this. All right, he winced in pain. From the prospect of getting hurt by rock. What are we talking about, bro? Yo, this argument.
Wait, didn't Minato didn't Minato get like took damage from like splinters of like some wood?
From some shrapnel exploding from his house. Yeah. Not nothing crazy.
From like a small from that small ass explosion that like gave him splinters, you know?
He said ouch to that.
The same Minato that can like fight what's his face? Kurama. Like as a team.
Right. Crazy.
Team Minato like bitched Kurama in that one shot. And then Hokage Minato is stronger than his team. And his team and his Hokage self is only like splinter level. So I guess Kurama is just not all that.
Hey man, we gotta go with the most recent interpretation, don't we? The last thing he got hurt by before
Yeah.
getting stabbed by the fox was a splinter. So I mean, hey, shit, I don't know what we're doing with that. Both for sharp things, ain't they?
I bet you I can take like I bet you I can take like a handgun and like kill Karamo. Just one Glock.
He's definitely
Just
bleeding.
one bullet.
Based on what I've seen, he's definitely bleeding.
Yeah, he's definitely. If Broski can get like one tap by somebody weaker than like Splinter level,
Come
like,
on,
bro,
man.
come on.
Yeah, no,
A
this
handgun will just dog walk.
dog walk the entire verse. This was a terrible argument.
For farmer with the shotgun.
This was a terrible argument. So and here's the thing, Toki Nada isn't wrong in saying humans have devastating weapons. Nuclear fucking radiation is devastating. That shit is scary. Literally incinerates people and then kills them slowly over time. That shit is scary. Even if you're more powerful than the fucking nuke, you can acknowledge the nuke being a scary thing for someone to die by. I don't understand how this is used to downplay at all. I do not understand it. Because, like I said, if he combed through Naruto with this same zeal, it would be bad. But he would never do this with Naruto.
Yeah, it would be bad.
He would never do this.
It would be like below human level.
Yeah.
And like Sage of 6 paths.
Come on. Like, what do we...
That would be trash.
Unfucking believable. I'm actually going to go back and watch this again too, because this even though we're doing a live talking breakdown of this, bro, it doesn't do it justice because I have to keep kind of going back and like reading, and I don't want to take up too much time in the chat. I don't want to take up too much of your time, you know, trying to be respectful and all this stuff. But I'm gonna go back and watch this again and really hone on this shit he is saying, bro, because this is actually crazy. It's actually crazy.
Just wait until you hear his Naruto scaling.
Oh my god, bro. Ugh, man, oh man.
Oh, bro.
I can't.
You're gonna get into some funky, higher dimensional type arguments, fam.
Of course.
I was.
Oh my god. Naruto gets hurt. Naruto gets hurt by just using fucking Shunpo. He sprained his ankle, literally using Shunpo, and couldn't remove his fucking foot. His foot was hurt, and Yamamoto had to bandage his foot. Universal dimension. What are you talking about, bro? This guy.
Bro, be arguing like 6 feet, man.
Come on, man. Like, what are we?
It's great.
What are we doing here, bro? All right, fuck it. Let's get back to it, bro. Let's get back to it. Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1, and go.
1.
There we
To be
go.
capable of slashing Kyoraku in half if he gets a hit on him. In the same novel, the power to smash a meteor is also looked upon as a god-level feat, which is consistent with the mass of the meteor being too much for the Seirei to handle in the manga and anime, and even the Stern readers being worried about the meteor and even saying that they have to protect Yobach. Granted, this was a base Yobach, not an almighty Yobach, but it's still quite the interesting statement there. To go further, Kenpachi was quite literally excited to cut the meteor, even noting that he's never cut something like this before, and on top of that, the manga implies that at the time he had the strongest attack potency in the burst, with it directly stating that his blade has no match. This would entail that not even Yobach scales to Zaraki's raw power. Oh, and by the way, any argument that the meteor was sanked by Grainy or Reietsu is actually completely irrelevant and pretty much headcanonish, and even the manga verbatim states that the reason that it was so strong in the barriers couldn't handle it is because of its size and mass, not because of it apparently being capped by Reietsu. So yeah, we can conclude that based on the statements, Grainy simply spawned the meteor but didn't attempt it afterwards. Even more noteworthy, Aizen and Bankai Ichigo quite literally viewed cutting a mountain as a god level feat, with Aizen going as far as saying that he didn't expect to become this strong after becoming a god, noting that Ichigo should be afraid of him. But his power now is in a completely different dimension from Ichigo's. Oh, by the way, this completely debunks that Aizen was being literal when he was talking about the dimensional stuff. This was simply a metaphor and an analogy to represent how people cannot perceive something much greater than themselves. It wasn't literally referencing that he was on a higher dimension and that Ichigo is seen on an even higher dimension. According to the Bleach fanboys, we're supposed to believe that the reason they couldn't sense Aizen was because he literally had higher dimensional power. And yet, Kisuke, Ishin, and Yorichi were all able to hurt Aizen, and if he was...
That is so
higher dimensional,
disingenuous.
Yeah, like hurt Aizen, no. No one there acknowledged that they hurt Aizen.
The thing is
Oh, yeah, what part?
Well, it is that part. The thing is that Aizen literally was allowing them to like damage him.
Yeah.
He just wanted to test out his power. Just like, okay, I'm going to like lower myself real quick and let you guys actually damage me to see where I'm actually at.
Yeah. and
But
no
he
one
didn't need to
there.
do that to Ichigo because he's far above him.
Exactly. And then even then, no one there was acknowledging that they were fucking hurting him. He's like, hey, did you think we got him? He's like, I don't know. When we hit him, it feels like there's nothing there. This isn't indicative of hurting somebody or anything like that. Yes, your attacks are making contact because he's still physically there, but that's way different than actually hurting him or actually perceiving his power or anything like that. So again, just another disingenuous claim.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just fucking crazy to say.
All of his arguments is
Yeah,
all of his arguments is pretty much disingenuous.
That's just fucking crazy to say.
Wow.
And then the hill thing, that hill shit always gets so fucking botched and misinterpreted, especially when you don't know how to do fucking AP.
Yeah.
Because no one in the Naruto series outdoes that hill feat. Not a single person outdoes that hill feat. As far as AP, not a single person. But okay, why not?
Yeah. The best DC feat from somebody is like the tail beast like vaporizing a mountain.
Yeah. It would probably be the 10 tails, if not the 10 tails, bro. It would probably just be Naruto and Sasuke's final clash with Indra's arrow and Naruto's like 4 or 2 Biju Rasen Biju bombs. That's probably the biggest thing.
Rasen Shuriken, but like
that is
the biggest explosion. But like we only see it in the sky.
Exactly.
It would be a different. It would be a different case if it was on the ground.
Exactly. And the thing is,
picture a nuke being set off from like in the sky. Since there's not like that much matter, like I don't know, suppressing it. Well, not really suppressing it, but like taking the hit. It's going to be a lot bigger, like the explosion radius. Yeah. But if it's on the ground, it's just like a big mushroom cloud.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not going to be like the same size as like what it would have been.
That's true.
In the sky.
That's true.
So
because,
it's like,
yeah, no, you're exactly right. Because on the ground, you would have
really. Yeah, so it's not like, and they didn't even really destroy anything. They just like, I don't know, they literally did no damage, really, like significant damage to like the planet. Well, not planet, just the surface, really. So it's like, it's kind of cheeks. But what were you gonna say?
Yeah. I was just gonna say you're exactly right in that assessment as far as it being in the air versus it being on the ground. Because if an explosion goes off on the ground, it has to contend with all the matter that is literally on the surface of the ground. That's buildings, that's trees, that's earth, that's dirt. Yeah. In the sky, like you just said, it has the power to expand and just keep going, right? But even then, Naruto and Sasuke's final clash with those two attacks would only be good in scaling. Aside from the fact that there's nothing to calc, it would only be good in scaling as far as, okay, cool. How do we know what damage it would have done if it hit someone or something? How do we know it would have destroyed a Susanoo? We don't, because there's no scaling chain that would show us that. There's not a single scaling chain that would show us how potent this thing would actually be. It would only scale X amount above maybe the 10 tails Biju bomb or something like that. So we can't even get concrete numbers for that. But it definitely wouldn't count compressive AP wise.
I would say that it's actually like it actually wouldn't be able to destroy a Susanoo or Kurama avatar, because like they amped they amped themselves to like drastic degrees, right? And used all that power to in their attacks, and the explosion happened, and then after the explosion happened, we see them like fall from the sky, and their avatar states is like running out as well. Then they're like, when they land on the ground, it was completely gone.
Right.
So if like someone like Madara was like in the middle of that clash with his Susanoo up, and he's just vibing, he would have survived it.
His
Susanoo would also survive it.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of cheeks.
When you look at it like that, I didn't even consider that fact. Actually, I forgot that they both end up in their avatar states. How you just said they end up falling from the sky, and then their things start to dissipate. But they're very much both alive, very much both fine. Maybe out of chakra, but overall they're fine. So it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that crazy, to be honest. But hey, shit. But all right, let's get back to it, bro. So I'm at 1816 right now. Where are you at?
I'm at 1821.
Gotcha. I'm gonna move to you.
So let me go back to 8.
You want to go back? Okay.
No, I'm just gonna go back to 1816.
Gotcha.
Where is 18? A little bit too. Okay. I'm at 1814, so that's fine.
Gotcha. Oh, real quick, let me address this real quick. Kribo says Shinigami Momoshiki tried the absolute zero thing. Here's the thing with that. you're using the novel, number one. Yeah, so there's a statement in the novel where Momoshiki is firing off many ninjutsu. It says like lightning rain down, meteors split the heaven and earth, and all this other stuff. And then it says an absolute zero thingy. Yeah. And so, number one, all these attacks get blocked. That's number one. Number two, since they got blocked, no one's physical body ever overcame absolute zero. So when Karibo is saying this, I hope he's not intimating that these people can survive absolute zero. You can block it, sure, but I just want to make sure we're not saying, because no one has a feat of surviving absolute zero, first off, so I don't want that to be the case, or to be made to be the case.
If they get hit by it, they're cooked.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Naruto, Sasuke, and Kaguya. Well, Kaguya teleported out, but we saw Naruto and Sasuke stuck in regular ice until Sasuke used the technique to get out.
Including Kaguya.
We can include Kaguya. Yeah, we can include her. But, like, no, bro, no. All right, I'm ready. Starting out at 3, 2, 1, and starting.
1.
Being more than infinitely stronger than them is clearly that's not the case. Furthermore, we are supposed to believe that Bankai Ichigo had literally higher dimensional power from Aizen's, which means that he would have been literally more than infinitely stronger than him, and yet Aizen was able to hurt him, and even after hurting Ichigo, he was like, oh shit, his power must be of a higher dimension than mine. So Bleach fanboys, you really have only two options here. First, to admit that this is metaphorical and not literal, which is the logical conclusion. Or the second option, keep being corrupt and trying to argue that Aizen was higher dimensional literally, but if you do that...
All right, I'm sorry, real quick again, bro. Oh my god. So here's the thing with that. He does realize Aizen literally evolved mid-fight and then was able to hurt Ichigo. He does realize this, right? Am I crazy? Did we not read the same thing? Yes. Yeah. They're pairing. Ichigo is pairing Aizen's sword. Things are getting destroyed left and right. Ichigo catches Aizen's blade. Aizen uses his strongest Kido. Ichigo swipes it the fuck away. Aizen gets pissed off, evolves, literally starts bleeding from his fucking eye, and then his face rips apart, evolves, gets stronger, and now he can hurt Ichigo. I don't know why. Like, bro, I can't, bro. I can't. Oh my god. Just bad. It's just bad.
Now shit kind of feel sorry for I kind of feel sorry for my editor that had to clip all of these things.
Yeah,
because I said I'm not going to do it because it pisses me off. So I was like, shout outs to you, Black Cat.
Like shit. Oh, that's his name, Black Ab. That's the editor.
Yeah, well, I have two. There's okay. Black Cat and Lawless.
Oh, Black Cat. Okay, got you. That's what's up.
Yeah. But they're like pretty much on holiday now until I get my money up.
Gotcha. I feel that. Yeah, no, I had to do that a couple times too. Yeah.
So I'm just like editing my own shit.
Yeah.
I hate editing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It like, bro, editing videos. Don't get me wrong, I find enjoying it sometimes, but it's so annoying. I would much rather just do my voiceover, write my script, send that shit off, pay $50, get that shit sent back. But yeah, man, I feel that.
Yeah, it is just so like frustrating for me to just sit there and like do little bits with my wrist, and then my wrist start hurting,
Yeah.
and I have to use my phone to edit, and it's going to break my phone every 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
Real quick, Karibo says, "What
Ugh.
regular ice were they stuck in?" The regular ice in her regular dimension, Karibo. Well, I don't understand the
yeah,
question.
her ice dimension.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that ice dimension's like, don't think is like super special or anything.
I think he thinks that is the
Then
case.
you would have to like prove that.
You would have to prove that. Like
You have to prove.
like what about that dimension? What about the lava dimension? What about the sand dimension? Is it not real sand? Is it enhanced sand? Is it enhanced air that they're breathing? Like what are we talking? Like what are we talking about, Karibo? Like come on, bro, stop it. We already been over axioms.
Even the atoms are enhanced.
Come on, exactly. The atoms got to be enhanced. I mean, they must have been. Kaguya created them, after all. Like, we've already had the conversation about axioms, Karibo. Axioms are basic beliefs. We take things to be the IRL counterpart unless shown or demonstrated otherwise. Shown or demonstrated.
Yeah.
All right? We're not just going to assume, well, Kaguya created, so no, that's not how it works. Golly, man. All right. I'm enjoying this. All right, I'm at 1845. You ready?
1845. Yeah. I'm at 1849.
Perfect. Yeah, yeah. Cool,
I'm ready.
Cool. Got you. All right, counting down in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
You'd essentially be arguing that higher dimensions in Bleach are weaker than higher dimensions in the real world, considering the fact that lower dimensional power can apparently hurt higher dimensional power according to your argument. This would funnily enough also nerf higher dimensions in Bleach, which would mean that the cosmology would get weaker, considering again, apparently according to your argument, higher dimensions in Bleach aren't infinitely above lower dimensions, and in real life, higher dimensions are more than infinitely above lower dimensions. So yeah, pick your poison. Lols, maybe 5-dimensional power in Bleach is like mountain level, considering the fact that Aizen says that cutting a mountain is higher dimension of power. Damn, this nerfs the cosmology so much. Thank you, Bleach fanboys.
I was flabbergasted when Broski says that like the Soul King's not even planetary. It's like Broski just doesn't know how to read. Alright, I've already explained my argument as to why the Soul King is far above that, with the whole Garganta stuff, the dimension stuff, how the 5 great families used his power in order to create such things. But yeah, Broski's just being a rat. And then also him trying to say that like Kenpachi being stronger than Yuabaha, when we later see a clone of Yuabaha, Roy beating the dog shit out of him. Yamamoto has to save Kenpachi because like he's been fucked up by this clone, a fake that can't even use his full power. Well, the full power of Yuabaha, which just debunks the hype text of the cover page saying that like whatever he was showing, right? I'm also doing this at the top of the domer, so I can't really remember everything he says, but like most of what he was just saying is just bringing up some inconsistencies, such as nuclear weapons affecting these are top tier characters. The thing is, well, I don't know the context of these nuclear weapons, if they're like infused with reishi or whatever, but it doesn't really matter. I'll just view them as inconsistencies, similar to how in Dragon Ball, lightspeed being oppressive, you know, lightspeed dispo, and then he eventually reached faster than light, and then you have other scans of like Goku being impressed with planet destroying power, him being scared of Broly that does an attack that could have destroyed the planet, and him being scared, blah blah. There's a lot of these inconsistencies within fiction, especially the ones that are like power based. So I don't really view them as like valid when somebody brings them up. Anybody who knows Key, again, tell him to come debate me. I'll be more than willing to address all of his arguments and just dog walk him on stream. Also, him bringing up Aizen's statement is like, what, like 2015 type level IQ. We know that Aizen was just impressed of how he believed that he was the one that destroyed the mountain, but he was just impressed of how it was destroyed, not that the mountain was destroyed. Him casually swinging a sword and accidentally existence erasing a mountain is impressive. And trying to say that, like, oh yeah, this guy is only mountain level, then you would have to concede that Ninjao is stronger than Bankai, Ichigo, and Aizen, because pretty much every Espada, if they wanted to, can destroy Las Noches, which is far greater than just a mountain. And we've seen weaker versions of Ichigo performing greater feats, such as destroying the scaffold of the Kyoigyoku, which the Kyoigyoku can destroy the Soul Society.
I remember talking to you about
pressure to overwhelm everything in existence, which the planet of the Soul Society, it being able to destroy the planet. Ichigo one-shots the scaffold that can withstand the Soul Gyoku's full power, and then he also blocks the Soul Gyoku without even trying, and is confident enough to go again, like block or defend against its attack after it gets stronger in that. And then you also have like the Aizen statement as well, sort of like planetary Soul Society arc Ichigo, and then you have this like rat trying to say that Soul King's not planetary, like Aizen's like mountain level and that. Also him saying that Aizen wasn't being literal is something that he has to prove is the case. You can't just make a positive claim and then expect people to just believe it. If you guys watch my How Strong This Mugetsu video, which is like 5 minutes, you'll be able to see why Aizen's statement is more than valid enough. So yeah, and that's pretty much it for this talking point for his argument. I just can't
That's
remember
about everything he says.
He says. I did just skim through it because I just couldn't care less about this. I just couldn't care less, honestly.
This brings the topic, the Soul Society and the world of the living truly in the same universe, and the answer is yes, because they are verbatim said to be within the same universe. In turn, we have to ask ourselves, is it possible?
Wait, what? Hold up, I'm going back. What did that scan say? Give me a second. I'm gonna just find that picture real quick.
The Soul Society and the world of the living truly in the same universe, and the answer is yes, because they are verbatim.
Now that it's stuck, it's become a sort of lens, resulting in the real world town appearing in the sky of Soul Society. How does this get him same universe? Man, oh man, I don't know.
Said to be within the same universe. In turn, we have to ask ourselves, is it possible that the spiritual planet and the physical planet exist in the same universe? And the answer is very simple. Yes, they can coexist. It's literally built in within the world. It's literally built.
I don't know. He pulled up the scan from, or he pulled up a picture from the movie Memories of Nobody, I think. And he was saying they were in the same universe somehow. I really don't know. And then he's saying, is it possible that the world of living society could be in the same universe? And he's going to substantiate why this can be the case. Basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's run it back to.
I'm pretty sure past me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure past me understood what he was trying to say. Yeah.
Got you. I'm gonna go to 24 seconds exactly real quick. Yeah, 24 seconds. Let me hear it again.
24.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hang on. 24.
Yeah, I'm just 4 seconds ahead.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine too. Okay. Starting in 3,
Should be time.
2,
2,
1, and
1.
go.
Something that he has to
Aye.
prove is the case. You can't just make a positive claim and then expect people to just believe it. If you guys watch my How Strong This Mugetsu video, which is like 5 minutes, you'll be able to see why Aizen's statement is more than valid enough. So yeah, and that's pretty much it for this talking point. For his argument, I just can't remember everything he says. I did just skim through it because I just couldn't care less about this. I just couldn't care less, honestly.
This brings the topic, are the Soul Society and the world of the living truly in the same universe? And the answer is yes, because they are verbatim said to be within the same universe. In turn, we have to ask ourselves, is it possible that a spiritual planet and a physical planet exist in the same universe? And the answer is very simple, yes, they can coexist. It's literally built in within the war. It's literally built within the war. Not only were life and death originally one before being separated, but it's also stated countless times that if the balance of the world is destroyed, they would come back together and become one once again. So it's very clear that the spiritual...
Wait.
Boy, oh boy.
Are you paused it?
Yeah, I paused it. Boy, oh boy. First off, he said it's verbatim stated in that scan. It's never stated in that scan. Then when he goes on to posit why it could be the case, like, oh, okay, well, the whole world started as one before, but even that wouldn't dictate that they would have to stay the same in the same universe. That, and then we have, oh my, there's just, go ahead, bro, go ahead, because I'm a rant. Go ahead, bro.
Did you pause it at 25:08?
I'm at 25:09. Yeah.
Yeah. Read what I said.
Yeah. This fool just debunked himself. LOL. He just proved that the worlds are not in the same universes. Start calling me Chief Igneel. I didn't even see that, bro, because I stopped it right on the bullshit, which is hilarious. I didn't even see it. Exactly. Exactly. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Like, what? Oh, my gosh. Oh, you can't be serious. Where did they make them, bro? Where did they make him? Where did this guy come from?
I have no idea, fam.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, bro.
Damn. We need for just comedic effects in the community.
Like
so
shit,
we can just laugh.
Like shit. And again, no hate. Alright, no hate. Chaos told me to go light. This is light. No hate at all. Just vibing with Ig. We just vibing. We just
Yo, if this was my stream, fam,
if you tear his ass up.
You grateful. Yeah, you grateful that I'm with a good person. So I'm censoring myself right now.
Like shit. That's hilarious, man. Okay.
Because if it was my stream, I was catching phase.
I believe it. Alright, I'm gonna start at like 2:44 so I can hear everything in context again. Then I probably won't stop it again. This will probably be the last time we stop it.
Yeah, 2:44 you said.
Yeah. Yeah, 24:44 basically.
24:44.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Gotcha. All right. And starting in
I'm ready.
3. Gotcha. And starting in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Are the Soul Society and the world of the living truly in the same universe? And the answer is yes, because they are verbatim said to be within the same universe. In turn, we have to ask ourselves, is it possible that a spiritual planet and a physical planet exist in the same universe? And the answer is very simple, yes, they can coexist. It's literally built in within the war. It's literally built within the war. Not only were life and death originally one before being separated, but it's also stated countless times that if the balance of the world is destroyed, they would come back together and become one once again. So it's very clear that the spiritual and the physical can coexist. In fact, we have countless examples of spiritual beings going to the physical world of Earth and interacting with it, and in fact, the gravity and the momentum of Earth are capable of affecting those spiritual beings, because otherwise they will be left behind in space as the Earth is drifting through it. have several examples of physical characters going to the spiritual realms, and even the whole Kurakara town being teleported to the Soul Society at its outskirts. So yeah, another question people bring up is how come humanity haven't discovered the Soul Society if it's truly in the same universe, and the answer is humanity hasn't discovered all the planets there are. In fact, even in our own solar system we have examples with planet X. We can't see it, we can't exactly track it, but we know it's there because we can calculate the gravity. Not to mention that the view is blocked. But even more importantly, the Soul Society is a planet made of reishi, which means that humans can't exactly see it, and in fact, Soul Society may even be able to expand planet X.
So first
Oh
off,
boy, man.
no, they're not in the same universe. Well, I lied. They are in the same universe, in the sense of they're in the Garganta, which is a universe that contains other universes.
Correct.
Simply like a macrocosm, like
Correct.
Dragon Ball, having a universe that contains multiple universes, which is why they call it Universe 7. The same case for Bleach. There's multiple universes in a larger universe, which, yeah, technically speaking, he is right that they are in the same universe, but the dimensions that are in the same universe are not in, like, those dimensions are not fused into one, per se.
Correct.
He's trying to, like, make the argument that the planets, right, I'm just going to use the planets for examples instead of the dimensions because things just get a bit confusing, are in the same plane of existence, right? So no, that's where I disagree, because they're confirmed to be separated by the Bankai. They're not in the same space. They're in separate spaces located in the Garganta. And Donnie tried to bring up that in the original universe, life and death were one. Yeah, that's true and all, but that doesn't mean that currently the life and death were one. And then you also showed the scan of Rukia explaining how souls work, and an overflow of souls could tilt the universe to one direction, and then, you know, the two worlds dimensions would clash and become one again, which shows that the dimensions are not in the same universe because they're separated. Because if they were in the same universe, because then life and death will be one. And as for like bringing up souls that like physical bodies have, help you with anything, since the bodies that contain those souls, when they die, the soul goes to the afterlife. Right, they have the physical bodies, but then once their physical bodies die, they go to the afterlife. That's not life and death being one. That's just the cycle of life and death, not life and death being one. Life and death being one would be the spiritual realm being one. That would be a fusion of life and death, but that's not the case. So, yeah, Broski's just wrong. And that's it for this video. This video is like an hour long. I thought it would be shorter, but pretty much his entire video was wrong, and I'm leaving out some clips that are just irrelevant, such as like the speed stuff, since I'll get into that stuff in my How Strong is Bleach video, and then I'll also get into like the whole verse stuff and why it is canon and why you can use the information in there, and etc, etc. It'll be a lot better scaling than what I am presenting and what this Donnie has presented. But until then, peace.
Man, oh man. Good video. Good debunk. Pretty much what I expected from Ig based on the last video. Phone's about to die. Give me 1 second, y'all. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. All right. Okay. Hoi. Are you still with us, Ig? You might be on mute. Let's see, use the microphone. What the heck happened, bro? Yo. Did this thing kick me out? Yo. Let me see real quick. Egg. Yo. Is my volume out, bro? What happened here? I don't think it was a website thing. Shinigami said, damn, it's hard listening to Key's video. Yeah, it is actually. Gotcha. Okay, so I think he might have left. Or did I leave? What is happening here? He's still there. Do I need to join the call or something?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah,
Wonderful.
sorry, bro. I guess that was me. Don't know what happened, but I guess I must have left the call somehow. Right when his video ended. Very weird.
No problems.
Yeah. But alright, that was good. Oh, that was funny. That was fucking funny. Yeah, that was funny.
What did the comments say?
Not even the comments, man. Just like his whole debunk / scaling style is just funny to me, bro. It's just funny because like I know if you go this hard on Bleach, I know for a fact if you went this hard on Naruto, well, I mean, I just know you would never do it. I just know he would never do it. It's just like
Yeah.
He doesn't do it.
He doesn't do it.
He's never done it. Like, look at his like entire YouTube history channel.
You're right.
He's like, yeah, he hasn't done anything. Like, if we were to use his same logic for like Bleach, man, like, bruh, you know the level. Like, you'd be like pushing
Facts.
hyper reversal Bleach.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But I just wanted to come back to kind of close this out because I have to do laundry and get ready for work tomorrow. I actually might be live later tonight too. We'll see, maybe around like 8 o'clock ish regular time. So we'll see. But
All right,
yeah,
no problem.
yeah. This was fun, bro. We definitely gotta do some more collabs. I enjoyed this. This was fun. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'm probably gonna lean on you for some of this JJK stuff. You know what I mean? Just as far as like, all right, cool. What's going on here? Yeah, all that stuff. What is going on, bro? What the fuck? Whoa! What in the fuck? Key, are you still here? I keep calling fucking Igneel Key. Yo. What in the hell is going on, bro? Yo. You died again.
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what's going on, bro.
I can hear you now.
Got you. Clearly, the writing is on the wall. It's time for me to do my laundry and shit. So, I'm gonna get out of here. This was very, very fun. I enjoyed this.
Yeah, me too, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. This was fun. This was fun. I like this. We gotta get a third. We need a third person or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. A third person to like support One Piece
Yeah.
or Naruto.
Yeah. My thoughts exactly.
Either of the two.
Exactly.
Be like a brawl.
Mm-hmm. Basically all that stuff. Yeah.
Yo, bro.
But all right, chat.
yeah.
All right, Ig, this was dope. I'm gonna get out of here. Hold on, I sent a new Gmail with different ways to reach me since my Gmail is tweaking. Okay, got you, Jason. I got you, Jason. I'm gonna reach out to you again. But take it easy, Ig. Appreciate you coming up, bro. Chat, y'all take it easy. Like I said, I might be live later tonight again, just to chill before work tomorrow and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh, you got any closing words, real quick, Ig?
me, uh, you know, I'm kind of slow with the uploading because I have to edit my videos, and it's really does fry my brain. But for those of you that like my content, I would appreciate you guys in subscribing. And if you have subscribed, uh, share some of the videos that you agree with your friends or other Discord, just so that I can up my watch hours so that I can be monetized and start making money off my YouTube. Because I want YouTube to be more like my full-time job.
Hey, that's big
But I'm
facts,
not
bro.
there yet.
That's big facts, bro. Hey, chat, can we get some follow, shadow love for Ig, man? Great content over there. Great stuff. Hilarious fucking debunks, as you just seen. Yeah, bro. So that's a fact. I'm actually surprised you haven't reached the what is it, 40,000? Is it 4,000 or 40,000? I think it's 4,000.
It's 3,000 to get monetized, and then
Yeah.
it's 4,000 to like make money off ads.
Gotcha. How much are you at?
Like I've made past the 3,000 point.
Okay.
I've made like 3,600.
Yeah.
But the watch hour for like the payment stuff hasn't reached that high yet.
Okay.
So like
gotcha.
I don't know how it like really works.
Yeah.
But they say like valid watch hours. So like what do I mean valid watch hours? It's watch hours. What you talking about? But yeah, I'm just trying to get that part up. But yeah,
Gotcha. That makes sense.
that's
Yeah.
just mainly just the watch hours.
Yeah, I feel that. Cause I've been eligible to like, enroll in the ads and stuff for a while now. I just haven't because I feel like if I do, it'll kind of just like, what's the word? Not devalue my content, but I like the idea of it not being so, every ad here and there, ad here, ad. I don't like all that stuff, man. So, but it'll probably change eventually in the future.
Yeah,
But
that's annoying.
yeah. So for now, I'm just gonna keep it, completely nothing like that. In fact, I don't even know if my own videos have ads. I've never actually seen one, but I don't think they do. So, yeah. But like I said, take it easy, bro. Gotta do this again. This was fun.
You too.
Yeah.
Sure. Definitely give me a heads up when you want to collab.
Absolutely.
Live collab. You definitely have to do a live collab. Not live collab. A collab video with like a script in that.
Oh
and
yeah.
Do like a video or something like that.
Yeah.
Like something simple.
Yeah.
Just like power scale. I don't know.
Honestly, bro.
Some verse.
Honestly, I think me and you can make some good headway with JJK versus Hunter x Hunter. I think if we can come to some common ground and some conclusions, we can really do something fun with that. To be honest with you, because you know what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking about. It would just more so just be, I guess, the scaling styles, but that could also make for a cool clash too. We could even do it both ways. We could say, hey, this is how the fight would go with triple AP scaling. This is how the fight would go with how Igneel scales the characters, whether that's DC abilities acting like the properties IRL and less contradicted. So I'm with all that, bro. That could be fucking fun. I'm with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That always sick.
Got you. Mm-hmm. But all right, take it easy, bro. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna shower, do this laundry, eat, and maybe be back by like 8 o'clock. So we'll see.
Yeah, so it'll probably be like 12 for me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I usually fall asleep at like 1, but
Got you. Got you.
But yeah, I'll see what happens if I'm still awake or not by
Got you,
that time.
buddy.
And if
Yeah.
I don't show up, you understand.
Of course, man. Of course. Like I got work tomorrow. It ain't gonna be nothing crazy. Might just watch some videos. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
All right. Take it easy, bro.
Bye.
Yes, sir. Man, oh man. All right, guys. First collab stream done. That was fun. I enjoyed that. That was really, really fun. Very nice to talk to another power scaler. Very nice to talk to someone who is opening and understanding. I like it, man. I like it. This was enjoyable. This was enjoyable. Expect more of this stuff. JJK versus Hunter x Hunter equal stats is the best. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Rev, bro. It literally might be. It makes for the most. It makes for the most fun. It honestly does. Because, like I said, the power systems are so similar. So it's really just about how the abilities interact with each other and the strategies in the fights. It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun. But all right, y'all. I've kept y'all long enough. I'm gonna get out of here. Like I said, gotta eat. Got some